I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
All you?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Not Worth a Cork. And Meg is laughing at me already.
Cringing.
This is the perfectly playful, properly polished, passionately pleasant port cask whiskey stream.
Oh, you got that right.
I had the title on my phone just to be
Did
sure.
you? I did have a look. I was wondering.
For those of you confused, I am not Meg. I know Meg normally does the introductions. He's decided to let me do it today.
He's far too self-conscious
reasons.
in front of his father, it turns out.
So yes, with me on tonight's episode, we have Meg. Say hi, Meg.
Fuck you.
Excellent.
Hi.
And we also have Meg's dad, who you may hear in the background. If you'd like to say hi, Meg's dad.
Good evening, everybody.
He is sat on the sofa between two doggos. We have the two doggo stream tonight.
Comfortable enough for you? Yeah. All right. Wasn't too sure.
Very nice.
This should be interesting because there's going to be 3 different types of drinker here.
I'll just pull the cushion out from behind me. So it's just like, that was
That might be a Nerf gun. We were having a Nerf war already.
I put them back. Because Dave does his rather large glugs. I do my lesser glugs with a headache now. And my dad's a white bitch. He drinks a lemon. No. That's not
He has brought his own supply of ice and lemonade to the party.
To be fair, actually,
my whiskey, I'll drink it how I like.
that's perfectly fine. Because there's no rule on here that says you can't do that.
No, this is true.
There's
Has your
only,
dad
there's
seen
only,
the bar
there's only a,
rules?
a rule called the David rule because David's too stupid to blow out candles.
All right.
How many credit cards did it take to get it all off my bar again?
Just one library card.
Shut up.
Or a co-op card, whatever it was.
Who on earth with a tea light takes a breath like he's blowing down a pig's house?
There were 4 of them.
I'll puff and I'll puff.
I'll be
I'll
honest.
blow your candle out.
4 tea lights is not going to change the fact you went. You're a moron. How hammered were you?
Yes.
I can't see the chat. Okay. Hello, everyone. Where's Dad? Hi, Yampy. Shut up. Hope you're all well. Sorry. Carry on. You're in charge, not me.
Oh, God.
He will be pouring soon, but there is something we need to talk about first.
Hope you pause one day.
Yeah.
He
don't
will
worry.
at some point, sadly.
It'll be pour. It will be pouring.
Because are you going to try a glass of port?
I've never tried port.
Right.
I will try a
So,
small.
we
So
are
we're not
in
gonna drink a full glass.
interesting territory now because
Yeah.
there are 3 of us in the room. This is a port cask stream. Only one of us has ever drunk port, which was myself.
Guess who that is?
I might have. I just can't be certain. I can't remember.
I don't know if you're trying to insinuate that I'm posh or something from
Good Lord.
over there.
You don't have to insinuate it. Your voice does it for you.
Port
You-
out, starboard home? I don't think so.
So I'm going to be slowly opening our bottle of port, which the name I will pronounce correctly, otherwise we might get demonetised.
Coburn.
Well,
Not-
Meg has got it.
Not the spelling on the
No.
bottle.
Not Dave's version.
And I shall let Meg read from...
I'm sure he's familiar with it anyway, with some of the skanks he's been with. Now, I've got here on the very first page, what is port? Port is fortified wine from Portugal. Now, on Sunday, was it? We did the Discord VC?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah. And we did it with what was dubbed Israeli fortified wine. And that's because it can't be called port, because it's not from Portugal. It says here, typically sweet based on red wine, and there are exceptions to both rules. The key varieties of grape used are a bunch of nonsense that I couldn't care less to try and pronounce. Partway through the fermentation, a distilled spirit is added. This is usually a grape spirit, like cognac or brandy. Interesting, because I don't like either of them, really. But again, one of those things with cask whiskies, I like. I had a Glenlivet cognac cask. What are you doing?
going through the foil. There isn't a pull thing, so I'm to cut through the foil.
Oh, right. That's what you're doing. Marvellous. The high ABV spirit kills the yeast, stops the fermentation and infection, but this is why port wine is sweet. Which explains, was it 19%?
It is not excessively high.
On the back, isn't it?
Must be somewhere. This one is 20.
Oh,
But
right.
yeah,
so
it's normally in that.
around the area of a
19 to 20,
liqueur, really,
yeah.
but obviously with a much more intense flavour. Port was invented as a way of preserving wine. How exciting. I've learned something, and I still don't care. I just want to suffer through this quickly and hope that it ends soon, my suffering. Dave got a promotion. Yes, he got a promotion because I thought, let's try him out for it. You're too hotty now, aren't you now?
No, I've got itchy eyes. For
Oh, is that
some
what it is?
reason.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah. It's just too many miles and a 4:30 start.
But that does not help. Okay. So how does this work, David? Do we have to let the tannins do their thing, or are we going to wait 45 minutes for that?
This.
I believe you need to pour it to allow a lot of bubbles to get into it and let it breathe.
You are
I
supposed to
believe-
breathe. If we were doing this properly, we should have had a carafe, and
Yeah.
we aren't doing this properly, so we're just going to have a sniff for a port. I need a glass to do that.
On board, had I
there are
known,
other- we're doing
I
these
have
ones, are
a,
we?
Yeah,
I have a
you
bubbler
normally have a
that
smoker.
as you put it in the top of the bottle, as you pour it out,
I have a bunch
It
of tools in there.
introduces-
Any of those relevant?
bubbles.
We have that thing you used in the hot chocolate last night. That would probably bubble it.
Oh,
Let's have a look.
show him the chess set. Is that it?
There's a.
Show him the shit.
all
Just,
tech.
oh god, my dad's actually coming to help. Tech support, Dad.
no,
There we go.
That
no,
one.
no, that's a stopper.
that's a stop. They're both stoppers. That's
Is
a
it
stopper
similar-
and a pourer. That's just a.
No,
I don't have it.
You haven't-
Well,
you haven't
it
got a bubbler.
is a chess set, so I
No.
don't expect too much.
you don't drink wine, so you don't
No.
need a bubbler.
Not really.
I got given a bottle of prosecco. It's behind there. I still haven't touched it.
I was given a bottle of prosecco for my 60th birthday.
That's a made-up number, Dad. You were 21. Shut up. We don't go above that here, although I'm 38.
Between my ears, I am 21, and my body says, "Try that, fat boy, and you'll die."
Oh, I come from a fat family. No, I don't do it. No.
No, we
Just get
don't
lazy.
really.
No.
It's just
No,
I'm
I'm just
a
lazy.
bit
That's more
lazy.
than enough, because if I can't
Yeah.
do even a drip of that,
Yeah.
I'll give that to Dad. There you go.
Thank you very much.
If you don't like it, it's quite all right. Okay, so what am I supposed to... Oh, I'm going to be... When Dave leaves here, I'm going to be varnishing this plate, starting the process.
Oh, right.
It's warm enough now.
Yeah.
I can start. I'll pull it all out and get to work. I'll probably clear the room, actually, and do it on,
Yeah.
on some cardboard.
And get
and
rid of
stuff.
some of the stains that he's put into the top.
I'll be sanding it, yes.
Yeah. You will now.
I will be filling some of these like
Yeah.
recesses anyway, so it's fine. Okay.
Posh spice, Teddy spice, and country spice. That's Yempy.
Shut up, you German.
Shut up, Yempy.
German. So this is fortified wine, yeah.
So this is port. Generally drunk after dinner with cheese and
With
biscuits.
cheese and biscuits. I
Yes,
understand.
we,
yeah.
we do not have cheese and biscuits because
I have some breadsticks with chocolate on.
the breadstick part would probably work.
I don't somehow think that's going to work so well.
What about
No.
Toblerone? All
No,
right.
I think
Well, we're putting off the moment. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you, MJ, for the membership. I really appreciate that.
yes, thank you,
Or
MJ.
Penguin, I believe, as you are. Yes. If I hate this, you're going to bloody well know, because you'll be standing on top of this. I hate wine. I can't stand wine. You're not impressed, I can tell.
It's not nasty.
I like that.
Max making a face is like,
Yeah.
it's new. It's interesting.
yeah.
No, that's I like that.
Yeah.
I don't like wine. Oh, okay.
I think.
No, it's sweet and fruity.
Yeah, I think I like it.
No, I do.
I'm just going to
Oh,
retire
I'm really
to the
annoyed.
corner.
Don't put lemonade in
No.
Oh,
No.
You got-
If you want one with if you
People
want
do
one
ice
for
though.
lemonade, I
People-
have the white port, which is
people-
a mixer.
Well, people do ice, don't they, with pork?
Yes, you can do
Yeah.
ice with port.
Yeah, you can put a piece of ice in
This
that.
was my Christmas present not Christmas gone, the one before from my area manager, which I still haven't opened, so I don't know what
So-
to drink white port with.
For what, those who
Apparently
don't know
it's a
what
mixer.
Dave's saying, he's just talking to my dad here.
I didn't even know it existed till he bought
That,
it. For me.
what Dave is doing here, he's talking about the white port he received as a work gift from somebody. And it's a white port, but we chose not to drink this one.
Perfect for mixing.
Oh, MJ, thank you for gifting memberships as well. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But we decided not to use the white port because none of the whiskies we've got today are white
No.
port cask finish. At best, you might have a tawny, but it's unlikely.
Slice of lemon and mint.
Is that a new character? Yes, it's my father. Say hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
See, father. He's a character.
He's a pro already.
Well, he's doing better than I am. I'm so uncomfortable.
No need to decant. Once opened,
Win.
drink it.
The port that is, not
you know,
Meg.
we made a mistake. I got this. I got a glass, Dad. Go get the box. Pass me the box. I've got this box behind the bar.
Very
It's
interested in
it's a
that.
box my dad can a glass my dad can
So,
appreciate.
for those of you not sure what's going on now, because I'm getting better at this, Meg has pulled out a box with
And
a
you can drink
pipe-shaped
this way,
port,
or
a
you can drink this
pipe-shaped
way.
glass in it.
I was thinking about putting the bottle
And he was
back.
showing it.
Olive.
That is, yes, very good.
It's not put in there properly.
That's fine. We can do it.
I've emptied the bin, by the way.
How funny.
Ah,
The last
yes.
purchase
Hello.
I made before I quit smoking
What was that?
was a pipe.
Oh, was it?
I bought a pipe in Scotland, came back from Scotland to get some proper pipe tobacco, instead gave up smoking.
I was quite proud of you when you quit because you smoked my entire life up
Yeah.
until I was in my early 30s.
I smoked for about 45
Yeah.
45 years, something like that.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
So I've got here because there wasn't much whiskey impact references on a few detail sites. There are 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4, 6 different types of port.
That's even better.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
That is even better with ice.
I'm annoyed because I like port. I
I'm
like
not
wine.
annoyed because you like port.
Yeah,
that
but
means
I-
that bottle can stay here.
I
Then
am-
we've got something different to drink
I
periodically.
am annoyed. Yeah, but you've got to be back here within 8 weeks.
Steak Bay.
Ooh. Yeah, but we're only now 6 to 8 weeks. So you've got tawny port, white port, rosé port, which I like rosé. Colheita port. Is that how you pronounce it? Colheita? Heita. Colheita.
Might be. I've not really heard that
You've got single quinta port, which makes me think of
Quinta
Glenmorangie,
region, yeah.
vintage port, and late bottled vintage port.
That's
But that is
relative
they're age segment
ages,
based. Yeah. The late vintage is 4 to 6 years in a barrel, and vintage can be up to 10 to 50 years apparently.
Well, I'm staggered. I don't like wine,
No, I don't either.
and I thought I was not going to be enjoying this, but I'll be honest with you, I've just thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I'm irritated because
Dave for the win.
Yeah,
Would you like a top up?
yeah. Go on then.
Oh,
You
okay.
smooth
I mean,
talker.
well, you can have a top up, or you can participate in the rest of the whiskey list.
We've got to try. We've got to do 5.
Well, you don't have to do all 5 because 2 of them are smoked.
We have to do all 5.
Okay, so I've got 3 whiskies to try. Okay. I'll have another small port, please.
Yeah.
I'm not driving anywhere now, so who
3
cares?
doubles or 3 singles?
Probably doubles.
All right, that's fine with us. I'll hold this as an
As you can tell, he's a man after our own heart.
Well, he's after Dave's heart. Meg has to get up early for work tomorrow, so it would definitely be a single. There's 5 singles anyway, so it's not a huge issue. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Do enjoy your port. I will.
I will. This putting the ice in with it.
I'm glad
Oh
it
my
works.
goodness me!
I'm glad it works. I am.
Tell your sister it's a success.
I like this. I like wine way too much. Well, I'm not surprised, Penguin, with some of the crap you put in my chat. Although I'm really grateful for the memberships you give me.
There's so much British happening. Yes,
Shut
we've got the
Who said
pinky.
that?
We've got
Who
the
said
pinky
that?
finger out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're passing to the left. All that.
I'm not declaring heron on this. You can sod right off.
No.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like
Wow.
It tastes like not like an alcopop, but that kind of area,
Yeah.
like a liqueur. It tastes like a schnapps to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just sweet. That's what it is.
for the want of a better way of describing it, it's quite a thick drink.
Yes.
Which is probably full-bodied.
Yeah.
Don't really know,
It doesn't really say here. Unfortunately, it just.
but surprised and delighted.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm quite irritated.
I know my brother loves port.
Your brother, I've only ever known to drink beer.
No, he loves red wine and port.
Didn't realize he had 2 X chromosomes.
Him and Sherry used to get on like a house on fire with the port and the
Fair
the
enough.
red wine.
Fair enough.
And
Oddly enough, Sherry is mentioned right here as a cast.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah.
So this says on the back, uncork this port and you'll discover a wine born from the grandest of grapes. The craftsmanship of the family is dedicated to making it and prolonged aging, lifting it to full-bodied perfection.
Then why did they spell it Cockburn?
I spent like 4 days with Meg and him saying this, and I was like, what? Coburn's. And he's like,
Never told me.
it,
And I'm like, it's literally on the bottom. And I'm like,
we've got other people to read it.
No. There are words kids in school are taught phonics. Yeah.
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 So that I'm like, okay, spell subtle, spell receipt. Now I'm going to tell them spell Coburn.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
It was many, many, many years ago. I believe it was Sally James when she was, before she was even a teenager, on a Saturday TV program,
Right.
was talking about Grand Prix, but she wasn't saying it. Grand Prix.
Oh no, she was saying Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I used to say that as well, though. I remember the very first time I ever saw that, I was
on
a kid.
live TV.
I was a kid in Smallfield. We were sat watching the F1 because that's what Dad and I used to watch. Formula One. We used to watch Foggy and Scott Russell and all the other. I don't know what that was.
World Superbikes.
Yeah. We used to watch Superbikes, and I saw, the sign for Silverstone was up, and it said
top it up
Silverstone
again.
Grand Prix. I'm like, I said it back, and I got clarted. I remember that because it bloody hurt.
At least you didn't say it on live TV on a Saturday morning.
No.
I didn't say it again until I was 38. On a stream.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I called it Grand Prix to start with because you see an X and it's like, oh, that must be what it is.
When did you wake up after your dad classed you for that then? His parents do not like profanity, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
I had to once, because I got a mug for my birthday, and I was like, I'm going to have to read the name of it to you, but I'll say it once out of respect, but it's Lord Twat of Nobbington Manor. I won't say it again, but I'm like, thank you. Okay. All right.
So, yes, are we getting some nosing? No, he's done. Meg's enjoyed that so much he's actually finished it already.
That's really nice. I'm annoyed.
It is very nice.
I hate wine.
So if you haven't had port before, we have two people in the room who don't like wine, who have tried port and liked it. If you like Ribena, there's a good chance you're going to like it, because it's kind of like an alcoholic, syrupy, more syrupy, but slightly sweeter version than just neat Ribena.
It irritates me for a few reasons. It irritates me because I like port cask finish. I like wine cask finish. I like sherry cask finish. All the other different finishes I predominantly like, but I don't like wine. Yet I love wine cask finishes. In fact, there's a wine cask finish you've had, the really expensive Singleton, in my cabinet.
Yeah.
That's white wine Chardonnay de Bourgogne, and that's beautiful. But I don't drink wine. I can barely stomach it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, by the way. Original Whiskey Man, but bourbon. Well, in June, if Dave is here, we've got a bourbon American stream planned, because I have quite the collection of American stuff, and some of it apparently highly regarded.
Yes, which we'll find out.
We are getting love from the OG Cthulhu. Shut up. And let's ask. We'll find out, shall we? Dad, do you know what Cthulhu is?
Sorry, say it again.
Do you know what Cthulhu is?
Cthulhu?
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
There's your answer, chap.
Yeah. It's where I derive my avatar from. It's a mythical creature thing with tentacles and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It actually came from a ski mask I bought off a website because my eldest niece, your eldest granddaughter, sat on my lap. Loved the look of it when I was on Wish or Geek or something. I saw
Wish.
it in a, and she laughed at it, and I was like, I'm buying that.
Yeah.
Because I was going to do it with that.
I remember you telling me
she's a good
that.
kid.
When, yes. When you
Long
actually
ago.
bought
I've
it
still
at the
got it in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we going to begin? I should actually I should
commence,
change the screen. Oh god, the images have completely.
Begin.
The remote may
They've
have
done
moved.
that right. So no, it's done that. Okay.
Yes, we've gone. Technical difficulties, please bear with us.
These were the Coburns. When I set up OBS,
Yeah.
every single time I change scene back, thank you. I change the scene back, and it immediately pulls up the wrong images straight away, and I have to cycle through all the images.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the screen you see the Coburns. The one on the right is what we had. The one on the left is what Dave brought with him, and still hasn't opened. But that's okay because apparently it keeps, and he can keep his Coburn.
Yeah.
Coburn.
Well, I'm definitely tempted to marinate a steak in that one day. Just to see
The
what
ruby
happens.
or the white?
The Coburn.
Which one? They're both.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the red.
They both
The
say
ruby.
it. You donut.
My bad.
I've got to be honest. If we had some crackers and some Stilton,
Don't we
bottle
have?
would not be being put back on
I don't
the
think
shelf.
we have Stilton. We
Oh.
have veggie jerky.
No, we won't eat any of
Oh,
that.
good lord, no.
No,
have
those
truffle
beer
bites.
boxes. No. Put
No,
those
no,
beer
no.
boxes. They came with snacks. Some of them behind the bar.
Yeah.
I do have some whiskey-related snacks like fudge and biscuits and stuff.
Yeah, don't do it for me.
But no, the only things I've got in there is chocolate. Help yourself, by the way. Okay, and you're more of a candy sweet person, aren't you?
Yes, wayward son.
And yes, indeed that. So we're going to begin with the OG of the port cask finish, and it's because Glenmorangie pioneered the port cask finish. Apparently, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm probably going to get someone in my chat who may know this better, but according to Glenmorangie, they're the ones that claim to have done it first, like the sherry cask finish.
Sorry, Yempi's just having too much fun with this.
Shut up, Yempi. So we thought we'd start with them because they're the baseline for it. Seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we roughly agreed this order as well. We just sort of put them out and was like, yeah, that seems right.
It was like the last stream where I put the order out and you pretty much agreed straight away because there had to be a break in the...
Yeah.
You would not have wanted that stream as an Isla stream.
Oh,
but one of them was not peated.
Oh, right,
It was a
okay.
Boonhaven sherry
One of
finish.
them is, I think we got you for Christmas a couple of years ago.
I've
Yeah.
not long finished
Well, he
that.
got Stirada,
Yeah.
didn't he? Yeah.
I've not long finished that, and that was delightful.
The Stirada.
The Bunnahabhain
Yeah.
one,
Stirada, yeah.
that was
Well, there's another... They're all unpeated, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
delightful.
I have them all at the bottom there.
Yeah, absolutely delightful.
Well, I do also have the smoky and the peated one. We didn't
Yeah.
open those. But yeah, we're going to start with Glenmorangie. In the updated bottle, it has barely been touched, and we've done a couple of Glenmorangie streams, but we didn't touch it because we had other cask finishes to go through, and it got a bit extensive. And it'll probably be longer next year because Dave forgot to bring the Tailor Tokyo that I got him because he's a boomer.
Yeah.
Are we cleansing palates first?
Yeah,
are
so
we?
rather we should break home. Do you
my
want
dad not
do you
have
want a palate cleanse or are you happy just to drink?
No, I'll just drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you very
we're doing
much.
this for science. He's doing this for sloshiness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it easier to sleep tonight.
I was going to say, yeah, all he's got to do is roll from the sofa to
Tell
the
you what,
bed
though,
and we're all good.
I've had a stinking headache all day.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's gone now.
Win. Port.
Professional.
Apparently, I don't need paracetamol ibuprofen. I just need a glass of Coke.
He just needs a...
Burn.
Yes. Yempi, make of that what you will for the
That's
jokes.
terrible, isn't it?
Please do
Strange
feel
one.
free.
Strange. All right. But yeah, Dave's going to do his bar duties. Come on, open that bottle. Don't crack the candle.
I'm
Dave,
aiming away from the candle.
you're a boomer. It's the David rule.
It's not as good a pop as the
Says
actual
it-
bottle of port.
Yeah, I know. It's not a
I
Saxon.
didn't actually see. Was it a pull-out?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it
I
was.
just
You
literally
were- I
and
didn't know for
when-
certain, so I went under the couch and got the set just in
Yeah,
case, because
I-
I don't know these
I
things.
twisted
No.
it slightly, saw
was
it
like-
was going, so I just went,
I just looked and I thought
Yeah.
that looks
The
like.
thing is,
that's
I've
a
been trying to find there's a Johnny Walker Black triple cask or something, and it looks like a cork as well, but it's not. It's actually a screw top, but it's got the groove in it to make it look more classy.
did we establish who was having singles and doubles?
I'm having a single because I'm doing 5. Dad's doing doubles, and he's having 3 different ones. Right.
Do boy.
That'll be your Glenmorangie Quinta Reuben, 14-year-old.
Muchas gracias.
Do enjoy. I would have offered dog treats, but I don't have any up here.
Don't worry about dog treats.
No?
He's not.
My dad's brought his dog along. His dog is an old boy, but he's a good boy.
He's a 14-year-old old boy.
He's a 14-year-old goodest boy.
He is indeed.
Yeah, he's a staffy, correct?
Correct.
Very, very old staffy.
Yeah.
Grumpy is
blues.
not the oldest dog in the room.
Well, she's still 12, and she's still a grumpy bitch.
But they're fine. He's on his bed. She's over there.
Well, let's be honest, this isn't a shot or anything, but she's aging ridiculously well.
Yeah.
But then my sister's Cavalier Kipper, he did not age well once he hit the wall. Like once it hit him,
It was
hit
like
him
an F1
hard.
Pirelli tyre. It was like,
Yeah.
cliff, bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it hit Misty the same as well, and Spooky too.
Yeah.
Once
So
he's
Spooky
out-
was graceful.
Yeah, once they're out of their operating window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, her operating window is the following. Howl at gate until Meg collects.
Yeah.
Do not stop. Do not pass go. Collect everything.
Do not drink, do not pee, do not...
Pick in the menagerie. I could take a photo of Charlie and put it on my server, if Dad's okay with it.
Absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have human guest and pup guest.
Good boy. Thank you. You good boy.
He even looked up for the photo.
He did. I'll put a picture on my Discord server for those who want to see the goodest boy. He did have a sister, but sadly she is no longer with us. But she was lovely too. She was a very springy bugger. Every time we went over for a barbecue, she'd jump on me, and she
Yeah.
didn't stop.
Yeah.
Everyone would, like telling her to get down. And I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just carry on. I don't really mind. Dog's a dog.
Yeah.
She's missed.
I went to the gym earlier. The lady who owns it, she brought her dogs in. They're lovely. They're 2 Cavapoos. And they're lovely. And they spend the entire time running around the entire gym.
Brilliant.
I loved it because she's like asking him to calm down while trying to nurse her child. And I'm like, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Bark as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Like bingo all day, do they?
What can you tell us, Dave, about the Quinta Reuben?
I poured it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, have a smeghead salute.
I put the bottle down. So Glenmorangie, it is a Highland.
New bottle.
Yes, it is new style bottle, as you can tell by the misaligned wording on the label. That triggers me very much.
Dave doesn't like it,
makes
but-
Meg
but-
very happy because it fits in his cabinet.
Yeah, well, not anymore. It's on a fucking.
Well, it is now on a shelf. See,
Although-
you could have had the old ones.
Although, well, to be fair, I got my original Glenmorangie 10 at the top. So,
You do, yeah.
And I got that amazing Infinita, which is also a new bottle, but still in a beautiful box.
I'm going to attempt to read this, but it's very small.
I'll read it.
I'm going to look under my glasses.
Okay.
2020 meg is up.
Velvety, bold, and deep with notes of mandarin orange, dark chocolate, melted marshmallow, and peppermint. That sounds like my hot chocolate last night.
Not
And
far
yours,
out.
I bought some chocolate spoons from the English Whisky Company.
Oh yeah.
Spoon, wooden spoon, block of chocolate, little pipette in the top. Mine had English cream liqueur. His had whiskey in, English whiskey. Voted the best in
Yes.
the world, best Scotch in the world, English.
Yeah.
Oh. And marshmallows. And I had all the marshmallows in my hot chocolate instead. But we did it with the kids. Really expensive. They didn't like hot chocolate, so I used it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. We
The
definitely
best-
need to do a
best-
mint chocolate
best,
one.
The best whiskey in Scotch in the world is literally in English. But it's not that one.
It's the English. It's the standard
sherry
English
cask.
Whisky Company sherry cask.
But that is a 15-year-old sherry cask, and it's god tier. Amazing whiskey. I have to get you to try it at some point. You'll love it.
Yeah.
One glass, one single, you're done.
The English Whiskey Company,
In Norfolk.
Yeah,
they're Norfolk.
they are. We have been there.
We've
haven't
been there. It was
Oh,
actually
good.
just the year before we lost my mum. He took me as a birthday gift, and I had all the samples.
Oh, well.
He didn't get to have any to
No.
the driver.
Oh,
So-
that's a
So,
shame.
so I had to tell him what the good ones
We're
were.
planning-
Didn't think that
we?
through,
No,
Dave, did
we're,
you?
we're planning to go again with Mum as the driver because Dad wants to go as well now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Great. I get to cuss in public and know he can't stop me.
yeah.
Well,
Wait, there, don't try it.
if I happen to be up that way,
You can join us.
Yeah.
We can record a conversation with you two.
the dad stream. Yeah.
So in my dad's voice, that reprobate my son. He's been talking to your son, not talking smack about us on stream.
Dad will be like, my dad will be like, "What's a stream?
Your dad's dad knows how to turn
What
on
is
his
the
own-
YouTube?"
He doesn't know how to turn on the phone. Hang on, he has used it for tutorials, isn't he?
That's Mum uses it for
Oh,
the art.
yeah.
Yeah,
Still can't believe your mum texted me.
I know.
And then when I bothered to answer it, her face came up as a profile picture. I'm like, oh my god, how did it know? I didn't know it was her until then. Oh dear.
dear.
Anyway,
On
So-
the back,
oh right, yes, please.
our prize-winning Quinta Ruben is like a dark, delectable forest with layers of bold flavour.
That sounds like a lie.
This whiskey is non-chill filtered, so you can enjoy its velvety, full-bodied texture. It also says, recycle the bottle, no driving, 18 plus, and sorry if you're pregnant, tough shit.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry, Meg, you're not allowed this.
Which one?
I think one or two.
You know I can lift this bar, right? I can push you in the corner. I can smack you. Anyway,
You just slide it backwards if you stuff.
he would if you lean forward. It smells lovely. It does. It smells great.
See if you get the Studio 60 reference.
Hello, everyone that's joined, by the way. Hope you're all well. And thank you for liking my dad's dog. I'm sure he's very grateful for that. We have a whole area just called Menagerie, and people post that animal
Yeah,
pics
yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. They're adorable.
I've not yet met anyone who doesn't like it.
Him, I can agree. But I've seen people who act in public who've harmed dogs, and my response has been the same volatile response.
Yep.
I've broken, in the last 5 years, I broke 2 car windows in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
Because the dog in the summer, it was so hot, and I'm like, looked around, I was like, all right then, bang.
Yeah.
Owner comes back, what'd you do it for? Well,
This is
Yeah.
dog you left in the car.
it's the panting mess on the floor that I'm giving my water to.
Yeah.
So fun fact, I've never had this. You're the only person to have a glass of it.
I have, yes, and I have a bottle at home that has not been opened because I've only ever had yours.
Because you drunk his.
true.
He's not as green as his cabbage looking, is he?
It was a running joke with my Jameson's 18 that my sister
Yeah.
got me. He was the only one that had it about 2-3 times. So the first stream we did this year was Jameson's, just so I could get a sodding glass.
It has also been appropriately licked by most of the nieces.
Cheers. We have tasting notes to go through. I'll
Cool.
You can do the 14-second test when it's time because my gum still
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that after I had dental surgery, what's that?
Nosy, seeing if that was a charging.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. But got one on there as well, on top of the other one.
Oh, well, I never.
So do give us a moment while Meg and Meg Senior are distracted by an amp.
Less of the
No,
seniors
the
than
power
the-
banks.
Oh, you're looking at the power. So you're looking at the side. All I can see is the amp.
That's understandable because it basically blocks the entire corner that's covered in crap. Yes. This is really nice.
It is.
Got a nice
Very
spice
nice
to
indeed.
it. Let's put up tasting notes.
So I'm certainly finding the mint.
Oh!
Oh.
Master Malt made a mistake.
Uh
So the top here says Glenmorangie Quinta, 14-year-old.
Yeah.
First line, Glenmorangie's Quinta Ruben, 12-year-old.
oh.
It literally says that.
Oh, good chaps at Master of Malt. Do feel free to fix.
And they
We
can't
will.
say-
We will be tweeting you.
They can't say it's not them because tasting notes by the chaps at Master Malt. Someone screenshot that to me. I would very much appreciate it.
Admin.
Yeah, at Master of Malt.
Fix this. I'm going to bully you otherwise, especially considering it spends the first 10 years in bourbon cask.
Yeah.
It then spends the next 4 years in port cask.
Yes, that
Which
sounds
means
good,
if
Mark.
it's 12,
Please
then
share.
it's not quite as matured then, is it?
No.
It says on the bottle 14 for a reason.
Someone has ribs and garlic bread. I want.
He just wants the garlic bread. That's all he wants.
I'll go with the ribs. Ah, look who's here.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Hi, Diana.
Do behave. My dad is here. Behave. Just one of my mods. She can't be trusted.
No. Very much no.
Tasting notes. Nose. Summer fruit tarts with a sprinkling of icing sugar, aromatic cedar, milky coffee, and almond pastries. I got none of that. I think we're using the wrong glasses for it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to suggest we forgo the nose because we're using our
We are
stream.
using these stream
These
glasses.
glasses that we've got here, Dad, were given to me off my wish list, and we use them solely for these streams. They're really nice. They've got a nice weight to them. Big plonk to them.
F in the chat for Leona, everyone.
They're nice and
Oh, yeah.
nice weight to them, but they're not
Yeah.
for nosing, getting smells.
Yeah.
You need to use the nosing glass.
Yeah, smaller
Yeah.
neck.
Although there is a video of a guy using Capito, which is basically a nosing glass with a stem, like a wine one.
Oh, really?
But then
Which
in the
are
video,
also on our wish
sausage
list.
Guy, he literally it takes a really expensive Dalmore. He goes, pulls the glass and he goes, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Clean the glass now. I'm like,
Clean the glass with a
£200 whiskey.
£200 whiskey, yeah.
Oh, my lord.
So to catch you up, Leona has been waiting for a Twitch notification because she didn't realise you were over here.
Right, I tweeted it and I put it on Discord. I do apologise. I probably should. The reason why is because I have to start the stream a little bit earlier because I wasn't sure what the plan was this evening. I just didn't know if my father was going to be joining us or not. So I thought if I started a little bit earlier, that way, because he's had a long day, he can go to bed reasonably early or a reasonable time. Probably not. And
Doubt it.
and we
Right,
can
sorry.
carry on drinking until my headache decides to finally disappear completely. It's come back a little bit. It's electric.
What will it take to get the mouth noises? The usual, MJ.
We broadcast it
YouTube.
on YouTube.
On a channel that you probably don't know about. No, you do actually. You've seen the things, haven't you?
He's watched before, hasn't
Yeah. I think because he texted.
he? Yeah,
because
because you messaged us once. haven't you?
you messaged me.
Yeah, funnily enough, it happened to pop up on my YouTube.
Yeah,
feed
it's
while
like,
you were giving me abuse.
it's one. I did not abuse you. It's one of my favourite messages you've sent. I'd love to have a conversation about our two.
Disappointing offspring.
Our two disappointing offspring.
So
All I did was play the audio from you talking about the Penderyn, which, by the way, is still in there, and it still has a security tag on it, and it hasn't been opened. Because I've got to take it to the supermarket and get it taken off.
I just need a magnet.
You do just see the magnets, to be fair.
I could, yes. And since Dave works in retail, he knows
Let's
this.
be honest,
Yes.
you're going to have fun explaining yourself when you go to the supermarket.
I just go in there and go, my dad stole this from you. Get wrecked.
I paid the full price for it. Have you know?
Please do consider that business as usual. If you would like us to make the mouth noises, please do donate as per
Oh,
normal.
I'm not doing mouth noises with my dad. It's not happening. Not happening. Not in a million years.
I'll never mention it.
No. It's a way of triggering certain people in my chat. I'm not doing it. It's a stupid, overly sexualized noise. I'm not doing that. No. Dave can do it. I will not.
And that was just, to be fair, she finds it even more creepy when I do it. So
I'll never mention it again, honest.
Shut up.
He lied.
Why is that recorder on your pocket? That dictaphone phone. Evidence against my son. One day I'll use this.
I'll use my phone to phone. Thanks anyway.
Okay,
Oh,
so
dear.
on the palette, chocolate mousse, bourbon biscuits. Sorry,
Nope.
spelled the same way. Orange oil. Don't know what that is. More almond.
Orange, basically.
Yeah, but orange oil.
It's just concentrated orange,
You mean like Lock Fine chocolate orange?
maybe, without the chocolate.
Almond notes. Now, so I want the word. Your avatar's blocking it. I'm gonna have to drag the image. Give me a second. I'll go and get it.
Now,
TM.
something
Toasted.
toasted,
Blackcurrant and raisin. Lasting richness of stewed berries and dark chocolate on the finish. Pull up the check. I need to get rid of that. Can't see it. There it is. You have all my support. Well, that's very nice of you. What do you think on the palette? Actually,
There is
I haven't asked him yet.
No.
How does it go with lemonade?
Lovely.
Fantastic.
It's a very strong flavour.
At 46%,
Yeah.
the flavour is more pronounced. Also,
Yeah.
you do have a double.
Yeah. But I always drink doubles anyway.
You do,
But
yeah.
it's compared to some of the light and fluffy
Yeah.
whiskies. This is quite a robust flavour.
Yeah, it's quite.
Well,
There's
so-
quite a lot at the back of the mouth, sort of a
Yeah.
tingliness.
The 46% does add, because
Yeah.
the standard 10s are 40. I think the 12 is also 40.
It's not holding back on the flavour front.
No,
that's
it
for
wouldn't.
sure.
It wouldn't.
Lasting richness, yes.
you
Not
mentioned-
just berry, but
No, I don't get that at all. You mentioned the Bunhaven being really good too. That's also 46.3. But the company that owns it made sure that ABV was across the entire, every single one,
Across the range.
yeah.
except for the cask strengths, which are obviously a lot higher.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all the whiskies they do, 46.3.
Oh, wow.
The finish on this is. Oh, and thank you, Penguin, for the donation. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we. Oh God, don't do it.
7.
Oh, I was genuinely about to cringe.
Alright, I don't want to do it too badly, too.
Well, my dad gets eye-to-eye contact from you. Do you want to try look him in the eye and do that? Go on, yeah, go on. I dare you. Go on, bitch. Don't you dare. Okay, the finish is fairly lengthy, I think. I get more berries than I do chocolate, though.
Yeah, I'm not really getting any chocolate.
It disappoints me in that respect. I like chocolate.
There is a good richness. It does stay at the back of the mouth quite a while. The finish is quite long.
Yeah.
It's just not. I'm not really getting any of the.
Do you get that more with the lemonade? Like, do you get a lot more other flavours at all?
Not really. What you're saying there, the flavours that they're talking about, I'm not getting hardly anything of that. I'm getting slightly minty,
So that
but
is,
you've got to go looking for it.
yeah, I can understand that. There's almond references here, but I didn't
No.
notice that at all.
No,
No.
not in any way saying it's unpleasant. by
Oh
the
no,
way.
it's a good whiskey.
It's very nice.
It's pricey compared to the standard. Although
Wow.
actually, no, it isn't now.
No.
No, because thanks to taxes being changed in duty, standard bottle of Glenmorangie sometimes can go as high as 45.
Yeah.
And the 12 is 50. The 14 is 55.
Yeah.
Which is
Because
irritating because that's
that's
the
the
price.
problem. Because the original one was cheap enough that it got hit because it was considered too cheap.
Yeah.
So there was more of a
Yeah.
tax burden on it than the more expensive ones that were over the initial
Yeah.
bracket of whatever they were looking at
Well,
for tax.
it fascinates me because I remember they still had full price bottles of the standard, and then I told you and I told Dave about the half price, the £7.50 for the half
Yep.
size, and I'm like,
Yep.
I bought like 6 of those things in a heartbeat. I bought 3 bottles for equivalent to 1.5 bottle, and I'm like, well, I've got 3 bottles worth.
Yeah.
I think I gave away 4 of them
You
anyway.
gave me one. I think.
Yeah.
I gave away loads. I was like, this is a win, you know.
Right.
And they've still got some of those half-size bottles in the co-op down the road. They're charging nearly 20 quid for them. I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah.
bitch, no.
Right. As I am nearly out, I will subject it to the test.
Oh yes, please do. So for every second of its maturation, you have it swill around your mouth for 14 seconds.
Okay.
I can't do it because I had an extraction a month ago. My
Yeah.
gum is healed, but it's still sensitive.
Okay. Excuse me. I'll struggle to keep it in my mouth for that long.
Yeah, Dave has that issue too, but not just with whiskey.
Ah.
He's trying desperately not to laugh at that. Carry on, as you were. Dave,
Whiskey out the nose.
Dave, torting trauma. I don't know what that means. To both Wildling and Meg is hilarious. Yes, that is. I don't dare Dave to do that. he can't be trusted. Can't be trusted.
Okay, it's fruitier when you hold it.
Yeah, I'm glad it is because it's one of those ones where we've had a few.
And I would almost say you can get something like there's something like could be chocolate. It's sort of a creaminess.
You wonder if it was one of those ones where you do have to add a drop of water to it. But I don't want to. No, I'd rather just enjoy it. Yeah.
It works holding it. It does.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to have to do a shot to do the YOLO swag fan test, but
I can finish. That's enough for Dave sips. Yeah.
Fair.
I'll send it.
He has sent it. Can confirm.
It's a lot. To be honest, that does remind me a little bit of the port because it's got that fruitiness that just follows it quite nicely. A mild burn, but not too extreme. If that makes any sense.
I think it was supposed to be taunting.
Oh, taunting.
Yeah.
I wasn't certain. I know what taunt is. I was like,
Yeah.
don't know what you're saying.
No.
I've got tunnel vision. How would you rate it, Miss Quinta Rubin? This is the one that started it all, so you do have to sort of work it out for yourself.
I mean,
Would you associate it with a port?
I don't know that I would.
No? What would you think it more akin to then?
I mean, honestly, the fact that kind of you're getting some fruit, a little bit of chocolate,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
It's not that far out from a bourbon or a sherry finish. I know it
It's
could be the fact that it's spent most of its life in the bourbon.
Well,
casks.
nearly all the Glenmorangis are.
Yeah.
It's the additional age statement that's separated.
The a little bit of fruitiness could come from the port, but you really have to. Well, you have to hold it. You have
Well,
to
this is one of those
find
things
it.
where they pioneered it, and now they've got their flavour profile, and they're not going to deviate from it, are they? They're not going to do a white port Quinta Rubin.
No.
Also, it's Quinta, so
Yeah.
we know what kind of port it is already.
Yeah.
It's not the same as port pipe, port cask, or port washed.
Port seasoned.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can tell everyone what those are.
So there are different attempts to do port, cask, finish, whatever you want to call it, whiskey.
Oddly enough, it's not in. It's
By
not
next time.
in this at all. It's rather irritatingly missing.
One of the ways they do it is by having whatever cask they're using, whether that's bourbon, sherry, oak, whatever, and they basically pour a load of port in it, swill it around, and then tip it out, much like Mr. Hello, how are you?
Apparently, some do that version with like sherry. They leave some in there,
Yeah.
which I kind of get.
Yeah, you get like
not drying
you
it
get
out afterwards,
you
are you?
get dregs in the bottom that mix in.
So showing it on mixer at that point.
yeah. But that's like a port seasoned cask.
Yeah.
Port cask finish is where they just literally age it in a port barrel that's been used previously to age port.
We do have a single cask port.
Yeah.
But it's not technically port. It's called Israeli fortified wine. It's that milk and honey
Yes.
right there in the yellow
Yeah.
box. And that is a single cask. That is a port cask. It is 3 years in that cask.
And port pipe is a type of port cask.
Big one as
It's
well.
a very big cask as well. You put
Yeah.
a large quantity of whiskey. That is more as a finisher. So rather than aging it straight through in the port cask, you would age it like Quinta Rubin is. You'd age it in something else like a bourbon or American oak or something first, and then you'd put it into one of those casks for a couple of years where you'll get some of the flavour, but obviously part of the whiskey will get more than that because the barrels are so big.
It's not evenly spread.
No, the whiskey
not
gets the
rotating
flavour
either,
from
are
the
they?
wood.
Yeah,
coming back in, so-
they're not putting it on a turner, having
No.
it constantly moving. No, it's then they have to mix that anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
So maybe it does blend.
So if you
even itself
port
out.
the purely port cask ones will be the most likely to have the port qualities.
Well, that would explain the
Yes.
ridiculously potent. Almost when we tried that, it was instantaneous how strong it was.
Wow.
It was stronger than the Manor Swords at the wedding.
Right.
It
Yeah.
sits 1.5 higher, and then Dave saw one that was 1.2.2 higher.
It wasn't
than mine.
the ABV that got me initially. It was the
the
Isla
burn.
peated.
Oh no, I mean the Israeli one.
Oh
I
yeah,
think you were talking
no,
about that.
the one
sorry.
I bought was the fact it was the Isla peated. I was like, wait, what?
And then
Israeli
then you saw
Isla
the ABV
peated.
and was like, I'm one better than Meg.
And it was
Right.
not too expensive. I was like,
He wasn't meant to be buying any.
no. I've been pretty good. I bought
He says pretty good. I have been
one
good."
bottle of whiskey.
Sure.
Well, one of
Anyway.
them was for you. I've traded. I bought one for you, and I've traded. So I've
Shut
technically bought one.
Shut up. Anyway, shall we move on to the next one? Because Dad's looking a bit parched. And
Dry,
this
dry in the corner here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have been let down here. This one's going to be an interesting one because when Dave bought this whiskey that we've got next, one of his January treats, as a gift set.
Are you palate cleansing?
No.
No, he doesn't need that. It came with 2 glasses and a bottle. Beautiful.
Cool.
Made by Dalmore. I've got a few Dalmores. I bought a Dalmore 18, which is quite pricey. Looks
Very
nice, doesn't
nice.
it? I've got 3 bottles, and then I was like, he last year bought Dalmore cigar malt, which is brilliant.
Yes.
We opened this though, and we did it on a stream here, and we were disappointed because it tasted like water. Was it in your flat? No, it was here, wasn't it?
It was here.
I could barely talk, could I?
Yeah.
I was sick and I didn't know it.
Right.
It tasted like water, and we were confused. So over the weekend, we had a glass of it again, didn't we? This weekend, and it had flavour, and we were really confused. I didn't realise you had to shake a bottle of whiskey to make it flavourful.
Oh.
Well, that's very much like port, to be
So
fair.
I'll put this is the Dalmore Portwood you see on the screen, guys.
Ooh.
Yes, delicious. It's different now, and that confuses me. Just letting the I'm not going to say that word because that's insulting to my dad. We don't say grand, please. He may be one,
It's
but
fine.
he's
Fluid
definitely
is
not.
making its way over there. He's just drinking.
At least I'm only a granddad, not a great granddad.
He's not doing the science like we are, so he's getting through his a bit faster.
No.
No. He's fine. He's
Don't
got
worry about
doubles.
that.
It's okay. You have to make that one last because the next one you won't. You might. I mean, to be fair, there is a slim chance you might actually try the next one because you've had a Talisker before that you liked.
Yep.
It was my 3 port cask finish one.
Right.
So this one is the one next is exclusively port. So it's very
Alright.
different. So I mean, you can have a little sniff first.
Well, a little sniff.
Yeah, have a sniff. Maybe do a single of it. See how you feel.
Yeah, the bottle looks really nice. Dalmore have a very nice design, and they stick to it with most of their
I've
bottlings.
got a few Dalmores. I've got 12, 15, and 18-year-olds.
Yep.
The 18 is not open yet because I haven't had a reason to open it. No point, is there?
No.
But I want to try it at some point. But the cigar malt thing, keeping the theme of him buying a Dalmore last 2 years in a row, we seemed like this would be a great idea. And then we opened it and we're like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
There was just
wasn't a lot
there
to
was,
it
There was
when
no
we first had
flavour.
it.
We were confused. So we're going to try it again, I guess.
Yeah.
Once more around the sun, I guess, buddy.
Well, we have a glass of it, so we will
Cheers.
certainly see what it's
Oh.
like.
Cheers.
Virtual cheers, because
Virtual cheers. Not too far.
Still tastes like water, man. It's got more flavour this time round, but it tastes like water.
Did you drink your water?
I did drink my water. Did
Are
I?
you sure?
Oh,
Because
no.
you've got more.
Dirty.
No,
I know why yours tastes like water.
He did it again.
did you not drink your water?
I think you're too busy talking.
I was doing my job. Pour me another one, you bitch.
Oh well, it's not like it's a problem.
Close.
So,
but no
for reference,
cigar.
Unintentionally, I've just done Meg dirty again because I poured this into his water. Which shows you how good this whiskey is, because an even measure of water and whiskey tasted like water.
You were really paying attention when you poured, weren't you?
To be honest,
Hey, I was
this
paying
is-
attention to pouring.
To be honest, this is fine because Dave isn't hugely fond of this one because it's not got as much flavour in it.
Yep.
So we were like, well, Dad's here. We'll just give him loads of glasses of it. He's not going to complain, is he? He can say he had Dalmore. Like, come on.
Yeah. I've no complaints on
Meg
that.
getting distracted shock. Yeah. Right, Meg 2.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
There we go.
It doesn't taste like warm.
I've magically
warm
improved
room
it.
Temperature water now.
Funny that.
Can you tell us a bit about that bottle before you have another glass? Because you've already had a sip. Oiga Camarero. Yeah, have a
Right.
little Spanish.
Well, the bottle looks lovely.
Shut up. What's it say? Nothing.
Sod all.
Any percent? What's the ABV?
An indulgent, smooth,
Oh.
single malt, matured in American white oak ex-bourbon casks and aged tawny port pipes.
Everything. Oh, so port pipe. Okay, tawny.
Yes.
Oh, that bloody explains it, doesn't it?
And this is 46.5%.
Oh, it's slightly up from the last one. 0.5. That's all right. To be fair, it's a nice dark sort of cigar colour, I think. It's a little bit darker than the, well, your arm makes a shadow, mate. I can't tell from here. I'd say the Dalmore's still darker, but not by much. Shadows aren't your friend. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's better this time round. Is he having to play captain? Oh, my dad is. Well, he partially is, I guess.
He's saying that.
Your,
He's,
your reference to cigars, if I still smoked and I had a cigar,
Oh,
with
right,
this,
yeah.
that would
Yeah.
go lovely.
I've had a few
Well,
whiskies
that's-
that I actually do agree that they go with really well.
That's what the cigar malt was designed for. Is to be
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
drank, you had that in one, you had your cigar in one hand, and your
I-
whiskey in the other.
I've got to be honest, I'm kind of wanting a cigar.
There are a couple really high-end whiskies that I've had or got, and I just think they would work quite nicely with a cigar. They really
Yeah.
would. I'd say that English would handily go with
Yeah.
one. Even, and I know you don't like Isla, but there's some really high-end Islas that really,
Yeah.
even the non-peated ones, just feel like they feel
Yeah.
right. This might be a good time to mention there are other port cask finished whiskies that we have that aren't going to feature because we can't drink that much.
Yeah.
There's far too,
Because you're lightweight.
that too. But the other reason is I have to be up at 6 for work.
Who invited the audience?
The peanut gallery can shut the cup now.
The peanut gallery's retired. Bring it on.
Peanut gallery makes more than I do. No, for example, I have Angel's Envy. It's an American. I bought it because of a podcast I like, a Star Trek one. They had it on the show. I was like, I need to buy this. The last January I bought a bottle. When we do the American stream, possibly in June, I'm going to open that again because I've had a few glasses. It's delicious. We've got Cavalan, the
both-
Taiwanese.
Both got the
Is it
Constant Master
Taiwan, is it? Yeah.
Taiwan. Yeah.
We have the other ones, don't we?
There was the Talisker special one.
Right there,
Talisker
2023.
special release 2020.
There was one other. There was one other, but Dave doesn't know I have it. Because Dave's really stupid. He didn't look at the thumbnail for the stream.
No, I looked at the title because I had to remember what the words were.
See, Dave wasn't paying attention. See, if Dave had, he wouldn't have brought his Talisker Port Re. Because he realised I had the 2 extra mugs, he would have noticed I took advantage of a Master and Malt deal. If he'd
What you've been
realised-
good.
I had. I bought the end of January. He also didn't notice I bought a bottle of Penderyn Headliner, which is port and rum.
Bastard, I want that.
It's in the back of my cabinet, hidden on the 3rd shelf. I hid it from you so you would never know. On my left, right at the back. Yeah. Dave has literally gone to the cabinet to go and get it.
Oh my lord,
You have to twist it from the bottom out.
All Penderings are tall, aren't they?
Yeah, no, it's really it's really awkward to get out. Yeah, Penderyn Headliner, which Dave really wants, is port cask and rum cask. I've already licked it. I haven't really. I just wanted to say that. Just it's legitimately port and rum. Well, it's not the first time he's put his mouth around a shaft that I own. Although last time he was a lot more inebriated. Although this might be a damning statement about his... For those who don't know, Dave's just put his mouth around my bottle of Welsh whiskey that he doesn't own that he really wants. Look at the box. What does it say? Does it say port and rum cask? It is port and rum. I know it is because I checked.
Jamaican rum and ruby port.
Yeah. I was very excited when I got
Wow.
that. Dave really wants it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Only-
I do love Penderyn.
Oh,
They
we
make
both
a
do.
Well, I
fine
also
whiskey.
like it because David Lloyd George and history.
Dave's a nerd. I don't know who that is. I assume it's somebody.
My dad might have known about him, but
Yeah,
Definitely back in the cupboard.
Good. Sure. I don't believe you, but you carry on. I'm just going to put some water in your whiskey.
I might
But-
improve it a bit.
Anyway, I'm going to put up the tasting notes. There they are. So it says that single malt from the Dalmore distillery, initially aged, as Dave has already mentioned. These casks were sourced from well-known port producers W&J Graham's. Don't they do sherry?
They do port.
I thought they do sherry because I've seen one in the pub. Oh no, I'm thinking Harvey. No, I'm thinking Harvey's. Thinking Harvey's, yeah. First, this isn't the first time they've done appreciation for it. A trio of releases in mid-2017 were all finished. The 2017 ones, were they the 2007, 2003, 2005 bottles?
Sorry,
The 3 bottles released in 2017. They might have been the ones called
Yeah.
2007, 2003,
Yeah, I think they were, yeah.
and 5 or something.
the age
I
ones, yeah.
wanted to get one of those as well. They've done they've got the Luminary ones this year, and they've already sold out. So
Yeah.
they're quite nice.
He's
yeah.
not been good. He's been very bad.
Who?
You.
Me? Why have I been bad?
You bought the one I wanted,
Yeah,
but I hadn't bought because I was being good.
But if Dave paid attention, he would have known that because I put the thumbnail in an area where he would have seen it. But he never noticed, and I thought, I'm going to see how long it takes him to notice. And he never noticed, and I thought, this is even better. Because I can tell him in a live setting, and he can get really triggered. Like a
It's
little
fine.
girl.
The bottle has been in my mouth now. It's all good.
It wasn't the bottle. Sure, you call it the bottle if you like. It's quite wide, girthy, thick, throbbing.
It's got a good length. I'll give it that.
Oh, dearie me.
Got to say something inappropriate.
Children, please.
Hey, you laughed. Oh dear.
Dear God.
Anyway,
So tasting notes. I'm going to ignore
back
the notes.
to the port.
Yes, it says here, chocolatey at first, before waves of dried fruit and stem ginger notes add a touch of earthy bitterness developing later on, balanced by runny honey. I don't like runny honey, I like it thicker.
I wouldn't have said runny honey, but it's certainly savoury.
Yeah. I can agree. There's a bitterness there as well.
Yeah.
The ginger bit, I guess, is a bit of spice at the back.
There is a heat.
Yeah.
And it does mention in the finish gingerbread and tobacco, which...
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
A real powerful cheese and biscuits would go very, very nicely.
I think I'd rather have cheese and biscuits than that than I would... And I'm annoyed now because when we genuinely had this first time, we said it was water.
Yeah.
There was no water in our glasses.
No.
Unlike the first... No.
Sure.
Yeah, there wasn't. And yet now it tastes fine.
It tastes better. It's aired.
It's got plenty of flavour.
Yeah, now...
Savoury flavour, not sweet like a Penderyn.
I mean,
I think
comparative
Penderyn
to
is
the
sweet.
port.
Michael, the third voice is my actual father, although based on how different we sound, I have yet to be convinced. Although we do look a little bit, alike from time to time, I guess. We have the sad teddy bear face.
Guess I was right beating that milkman up.
Which one? What was his name? Papa? No, I like that. It's nice. It's improved. I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
Because I remember, he was so deflated when we had this because it was so. It tasted like water.
Bear in mind the quality of the other
'Cause-
whiskies we drank that night.
Yeah,
was
well,
the Strandy
it's-
Trees
'cause
ones.
we'd opened my Singleton 25-year-old. Oh yeah, my English
Yeah.
God tier. Yeah, we talked about your Kalila
Yeah.
because he bought. Is that bottle in the second shelf with the gold label at the front?
Yeah.
He bought a collectible version of that for an Isla version. Mine's
Okay.
Tamnavulin, so it's obviously a space side and delicious. But we got to try a sample of it in the shop, and he immediately went, "Well, I'm not buying them at Cullen. I'm buying them."
Yeah.
But he bought the Dalmore gift set, and I bought him a treat. I bought him a Ben Rins 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And I know nothing of it. He liked it. It was fine. But then we got to his Dalmore, and he was just his shoulders slumped. He's like, "This is terrible." But it seems to. What do you think of it
It's a
now?
letdown.
It's definitely improved. It's.
Yeah. Think it'll get better as time goes by?
I mean,
Maybe it needs an age statement.
I would like to think so. I would like it to because
Yeah.
it was not the cheapest bottle of whiskey. It wasn't anything comparative to your ones, but yeah.
To be fair, that was entirely because Dave didn't know I'd been putting money into a tin for a whole year.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much was in there until the day before I travelled up to Norwich, cracked it open and put it into a wooden box that's in that corner with the helicopter on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into the shop, I pulled the box out, put it on the table, and the guy walks past and goes, "I hope there's no coins in there." He said that, and I was like, "That's probably the." He walked past as he said it. It's a small shop, and I'm like, "That is." And then he saw the money, and was like, "How much was it sell for?"
Hello there.
He got his attention then.
Yeah.
He wanted to shut the shop early.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Nando's because I was drunk.
Yeah, we had to have an emergency Nando's for sobriety.
It was delicious. And the samples were too.
Yes.
As is this whiskey. I have to say, it is delicious.
It's
Again,
strong. It feels a lot stronger than the
full
Quincy River
flavoured.
now.
Full flavoured.
Yeah.
It does feel stronger, even though it's
Savoury.
like a few points of a percentage.
Yeah. I'm impressed we got people here, by the way, on the Wednesday of all days. More so people talking about, asking and inquiring about my father. I'm sure he's feeling very popular right
They
now.
must be very bored.
It is
They're
Wednesday.
liking. I think they're liking the extra level of British.
It's interesting because it's three different types of British.
Yeah.
You have the posh twat behind the bar wearing the captain's hat. You got the dickhead who's running the stream, and you got the retired git in the back drinking all my whiskey.
You're not wrong.
And Dave's.
Not daft, am I?
No, you're getting nice here. It's all good.
He's got a doggo over the side of him if he
To be
wants to
fair,
get fuss.
we have something
and,
planned for tomorrow. If you'd like to join for that as well, we're doing.
I'm here for a week.
We have on Discord. We have a bunch of Glenmorangie samples. Now these aren't big enough for all of them, but in that decanter there is Glenmorangie you can have. As well.
Superb.
So we'll be doing samples and just chatting.
Superb.
So we're doing that tomorrow evening. So we'll do it a bit later.
Oh, it's a tough life, but I'll
Are you sure you're okay with
force
this?
myself into
You
it.
sure?
You know, if I have to.
I can understand sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle.
The
to open,
things you
yeah.
have to do for your children, you know.
You're real solid for me.
I'm
Thanks.
taking one for the team,
Yeah.
you know.
Although I would point out Dave paid for all that, so
In that case.
yeah. All right. There's no age statement on this. There's no point doing that.
No.
But I'm going to send this.
Fair enough. Mega's going for the. We won't say it because otherwise his dad has to join in.
No.
That would not be fair with Lemonade.
No. I sometimes will shoot it randomly to see if it's a good shot.
Uh-huh.
It's not a good shot.
No.
It is a slightly paraffin quality there that suddenly appears. Don't like it.
Gotcha.
But it works nicely as a sip and a drink.
It has definitely improved because we were
I'm
you
so
weren't that.
I'm so
That's
happy
the
it has
first time.
because it really, and I was so genuinely upset when you bought it.
Yeah.
It looked in its gift set and everything with the glasses. And
It's a disappointment, isn't it?
Yeah.
But-
You've let me down.
Every
then-
other Dalmore I've had has been good.
Well, yeah, because I've got the 12 and I opened it and I had it in here. I was talking to someone in the chat called Wildling, the owner is her name, and she and I were talking about it. And I said it tasted like Christmas. It straight up tastes like Christmas.
It's like Christmas pudding,
cake.
basically. Yeah.
And I was like, that's amazing.
Yep.
But I haven't opened the 15 or the 18 yet to see if that carries on. I'm hoping. I mean, I've yet to be disappointed, but I was
Well,
with that.
You know,
Yeah.
But we'll only know by trying.
this is it. You, at some point, you have to experience disappointment to appreciate the really good ones.
To be fair, we've had a few duds.
Yeah.
There's a space.
I mean,
Pulteney Speyside.
Pulteney
Right.
Hudart, which I
Right.
didn't like.
Who Dart is their attempt at a peated whiskey, but it's not. It's finished in a peat cask. It's not the same as
Yeah,
a
they
peated
don't use actual peat to
Yeah.
make the whiskey. Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
but it does. It feels incomplete. Remember that Oban sample I gave you, the rum cask, and you said it was great.
Yeah.
Bloody well isn't neat because it feels like it's not finished.
Okay, I understand.
But with the lemonade, you had
Yeah, how I drink
you had an
mine.
old fashioned, didn't you?
Sorry?
You had an old fashioned.
Old fashioned, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because you had something in a different way, a medium. It found its way to balance, equilibrium
Yeah.
achieved.
Yeah.
But on its own, it's trash.
Right. But when you add the bitters and the sweetness,
I think
Yeah.
it finds its place.
absolutely.
But I think that's their mistake for not making it so it can be enjoyed neat. But then it's a special release. It's
But would it make as good an old fashioned if it was
So I don't know.
enjoyable neat?
To be fair, we
Bit-
wouldn't
No.
know because we don't make them.
Bit
I've never had an
swings
old
and
fashioned. I've never had.
roundabouts.
Oh no, I had a monkey shoulder one.
Yes, you did. Because we had a pre-made one, didn't
Is
we?
it blend and batch and bottle, blend bottle? Company
Batch
made
and bottle or
pre-made
something,
monkey
yeah.
shoulder, old fashioned.
They do three.
Oh,
They've
okay.
old-fashioned
Amazon style.
Manhattan and
Yeah.
something else, don't they?
Yeah.
Glenfiddich Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to get the Glenfiddich one to try that because we did the monkey shoulder one night.
We
didn't
did, yeah.
The thing of it is with old fashions, it's subjective.
Yeah.
I have a recipe for an old fashioned
Yeah.
that I don't 100% follow because I prefer it
Don't read it.
slightly differently.
Eyes up.
You know?
Yeah.
The recipe says 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, 3 dashes of orange bitters, 2 teaspoons of sugar syrup. I prefer 1 teaspoon of sugar syrup and only 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. So
Yeah.
subjective.
Firstly, I'm going to address the German Scheiser. Next reunion toss up from Country Spice, Posh Spice, and Sad Teddy Spice. My middle finger is solely aimed at you, Scheiser. Second,
Don't make us touch you, Yempy.
She doesn't like being touched. But that's understandable. Germans don't like being touched by the British. We violated them last time. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
Doodah!
Thank you. The bitters thing, you mentioned that because I made a few years ago for a friend of the family. You know him, the guy you don't like. Teeth missing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I made him and myself. Dave didn't have one in the end, but myself and him, we had whiskey sours. I bought all the ingredients to make it. I used Johnny Walker Red because, like, it's a mixer.
Yes.
Solid.
Yeah.
It was great, but it's bitter. It's not for me, you know?
Yeah.
But I wanted to try it. So I stole your shaker thing, which I think is behind there.
Yes, down here.
You know that shaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stole it. Was you put it in the box in the shed and I was like...
I know. I bought another one.
Yeah.
Didn't even
I have.
bother trying to get it.
Yeah,
back.
there it is.
Yeah.
Dave
So
is,
wait, you
Dave is
saw this-
modelling.
I knew
Is
you
it
had
A?
one. And I went into the shed and I was like, he's got one, and he opens the box. It's mine now.
Dibs,
Yeah, I
dibs
bought-
were called.
I bought another one.
It's my inheritance. It's all I'm getting.
That's probably all you're going to get. Yeah.
maybe
Enjoy.
a little debt as well.
No.
Yeah, no,
And
no.
a boat, possibly.
Show
Split
me
four
your
ways.
Great British Empire. Oh, shut up. Sausage finger. I haven't got.
Don't
sausage.
make us come over there, Yempy.
Are my fingers sausages? I play guitar.
Yeah.
He's not sausages.
You play
are they?
guitar, I play keyboard.
Yeah. Well, you don't have body fat. I do. Not as much. Not as not too much, but a little bit. Shut up,
He's
Shiza.
also wearing his new watch, I've noticed.
Yes, I haven't finished setting it up yet. It's interesting. Should we? How are you doing with your drink, Dan?
I feel like I'm going to have to dispose of mine.
Please put it away because we'd like to move on to the next one, which I'd like you to have a look.
That's an interesting watch.
Samsung, new one.
Oh, what?
New Samsung 6. I asked for it explicitly with the dial on it because I was sick of the
So
screen touch.
while they're talking tech watches,
also
I
got
still have some whiskey left, so
Flame
I'm
there
going
on
to
the
YOLO
front,
Swag
rubber on
Fam.
the back.
Nice.
Cheers.
I only got it this morning because okay, fun story. People in the chat. I upgraded my watch
Ooh.
recently for free.
Yeah, that's
Paraffin.
Yeah.
I recently upgraded my watch.
Tastes like
and
candles.
I ordered it. It was meant to arrive on Monday,
Yeah.
and I called them yesterday because it hadn't arrived on Monday.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "Well, because I ordered black originally," and I said, "Well, they didn't have it, so we changed it to silver." You what?
Here, I'm going to connect to the internet
There we
50
go.
metres away.
It's not that. No, I turned off the automatic connection. Sorry if you had any buffering issues there, folks. It keeps connected. BT in the house. Oh, have I got the glass? Yes.
Thank you.
Right, you have water in your glass. Please consume. Right, water
Can
has
you
been consumed.
please do me a favour in a second and pour a small amount of the portree into a suitable receptacle? Fantastic. But maybe not into his glass because in case he doesn't like it. Oh no, put it in his glass because we can just switch over, can't we? Yeah, that'll. Oh,
I
God,
has
yeah.
I has
That,
suitable,
right, that is my very first nosing glass.
I
Do
has
not
suitable
drop that.
receptacle.
That is my very Dad. That is my very first nosing.
Would you
glass.
like a more beefy glass?
Right, we're going to put a small amount of Talisker portree into it for you.
Have you seen the size of my hands and my wrist?
I'm going to go with that one.
That's just going to disappear.
All right, you get that instead. There's a round base though.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
I bought this for Dave for his birthday 2 years ago. I liked it so much I didn't give it to him.
True story.
If you were to rate your Dalmore Portwood, what would you-
Happy birthday to you.
Well, I think we rated it a 5 or a 4 before, so
it's definitely a 6.5.
it's gone up to at
God.
least a 6, if not a 7.
You know, David isn't allowed to touch things he can break. Well, that's why I don't let him. He's not allowed near the candles.
No, or
Because he
Yempy.
just breaks. No, you can touch the German. I don't give a crap about that. Hello, Michael. Hope everyone's having but a great Wednesday today. And don't forget to smash like. You're disappointing me smashing into
Oh!
Lovely.
the bar
Wow.
as hard as he could. Then
There's a gentleman that I follow on YouTube, and he has a lovely intro. And he says, "Hello, good evening. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me."
that's what you think first.
So Meg's dad has currently been given the first pour of the
If you
reed.
dip your finger and have a little taste, sort of tell us what you think. If you don't want to risk it.
Freshly opened bottle, as you heard. This was a
Oh,
new bottle I've just
no.
opened.
No. All right.
Oh,
There's
that is an old
there's a-
bonfire.
There's a hard no coming from the peanut gallery.
Good Lord, no,
Right.
that is an old
Do you want
bonfire.
Do you want another glass of the Portwood then while you wait?
You have the port, the portwood,
No,
the
I'm
Quinta
good.
Reuben.
Yeah.
I'm good at the moment, thank you.
All right.
Right, you have.
I've got most of a single. Just give me a little low
Curious.
top up. Yeah.
Ye gods.
Stick that with the rest of the washing. I'll move the candle out the way.
Yeah, move it out of the way before Dave knocks you fully.
David rules
Hey,
the system,
I mean-
he can't be trusted. Honestly, he's such a tart. This has got kicking out some heat right now.
Yeah, the ceramic
Yeah.
heat is doing well.
It's weird because in the winter you don't notice it.
No.
Right now I can feel all of that.
Yeah.
Quite irritating. Hello, Charlie. You okay?
He's had a long day.
My dog has looked
He
round at
left
us,
the
just
boat
FYI.
at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, I'm very sorry you've been up so early.
And he's been in the back of the car and chuckle bus.
Don't worry, Michael. There is plenty of whiskey and live content still to come. We are only now approaching whiskey number 3 of 5.
Do you want to tell them about but actually, you could have a glass of the Talisker special release, a single of it.
No, you're all right. You
sure?
carry on. Yeah, carry on with where you are.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want to step things out of.
Well, no,
out
no,
of
it's not that
step.
because we're not going to be touching.
So you're not
this.
doing the science.
Yeah,
so
no, we're not going
you
to be
can
touching
have,
this one this evening. But this is one you liked.
Oh, okay. I'll go on then.
which
But
is
this one's a lot stronger, so
like-
single's preferable.
10% stronger than the one you've just not
with,
liked.
Go with the single.
Yeah, dabble of a single of the Talisker special release.
I heard it hit the floor. I didn't see where it went.
Laptop
Uh-huh.
bag, mercifully. My eyesight isn't compromised. You know, I gave you one of these to take you home with it. And you had a glass in the living room as well.
Did I ever?
Yes, you did. Get your
Send.
Yeah, get your lemon on that.
God bless you, Governor.
Get your lemon on
Both
that,
puppers
you're
are
fine.
currently sleeping.
Oh, hang on here.
Fussing can be done once one wakes.
Which you might not. Your ice done.
The ice may have.
I've got a bag of water there.
I would
I'm
say,
pretty sure the sister has a machine running still. If you would like more ice.
Doing big.
So, just for
Bases.
reference, Meg's sister got an ice machine today. It has entranced everyone, including one of his sisters, who told her children off for staring at it, who then commenced to stare at it. So I took a photo.
let's not drag the rest of the family into it. We'll leave them out.
It's very hilarious. It's very
was
entertaining
fun.
to watch.
As funny as it is, we'll leave them out.
Watching people staring at an ice making machine.
Yeah.
The thing is, the pub I clean has one, and I didn't know it was there. When in like 2014, 2015, I was going down into the basement. I heard this popping sound. It sounded like a bang, and I was like, "Can I go down there?" This is an industrial size ice maker, and I'm like, I'm slowly going round like, is there someone in here?
Well, it's a proper bar now, Yum. We have a paying customer, although he's not paying. But
What are you paying for?
insults and humour.
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, you're a valuable customer. How British of you. Tosser. Okay,
I'm raising the tone just by being here. So.
tonal standards. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Aye, cool.
Put the lemonade in. I'm not sure about the standards.
Although, at least, to be fair, weirdly, you're least likely to swear. You've not really cussed as much.
Actually, the most likely to swear,
Yes.
but I'm also the most likely to think about what he's saying because people are listening.
See, we've been doing this long enough, and I still don't care.
Yeah.
Although Dave's more likely to make inappropriate age jokes. So my
I'm getting better.
odd profanity here and there is nowhere near as bad as him getting me demonetised.
I'm getting better.
Well, I was
How many
gonna make
streams
a
in a row
quip
has it been?
about your watch, but I walked away from it.
Was it going to be a gay joke?
No, it was about how your lesbian neighbours bought it for you because as a present. Because when they asked what you wanted for Christmas, you said you wanted a watch.
I've heard that joke. I've heard
And
that.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a free dad joke for the evening.
But it's a Samsung, mate. He looks lush, mate.
Anyway, do you want to read the box to
Anyway,
us? Yeah,
Port Ree.
Tell them about Talisker, David. Tell them all about it.
So Talisker is from the Isle of Skye. It is one of our most favourite whiskies. Those of you who were around many years ago now may remember the August stream pre-wedding.
Actually, Dad might remember part of this as well. The day when we drove up to Orkin Castle,
We went up to
you
the
were a
wet
bit
club.
late, and we were all outside. I come outside.
You
with all
see,
these
you
empty
do
bottles.
the shrug motion.
What
Some
can
of
I
us
say?
have been up since 5.
Right, but no. There's a bit more context here. Some of us only went to bed at about 2:30 in the morning because we were so paralytic.
Yeah.
I had half a bottle of Talisker, so half a bottle of Hay Club Orange, load of samples, some Boona Harmon, some Jamesons, carrying it all out to the bin, and then like with the everyone's gone to sleep, and who was the only person awake beyond the driver?
Yeah.
This sorry mug right here. This sorry sad sack with a hangover sat at the back staring at the driver because he couldn't be arsed. I was so
Some of us
done.
would have liked the extra hour's sleep we could have had we
I
known
was-
you'd have been late.
Oh, the extra hour would have been so nice.
What can I tell you?
We were
I
sat in the
got-
cold on a curb going,
I can't drink coffee, so I was even worse. I can't drink caffeine. I was sending highly inappropriate messages to people. I was so drunk. We somehow managed to get into my sister's cabin. He inflated the bed, and I somehow managed to get back into the house, back up into my room, and then did the obligatory laying down texting and dropped the phone on my face. And then I went to sleep.
I got so worn out from doing the airbed, I had to go and sit outside the cold for 5 minutes to calm down before I went to bed.
I had my windows open. I was so done.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone else slept. We bought all those cushions. I've got them over there, the freaking sheep plush.
Oh,
We
Wayne.
an armrest in the bus.
Wayne is fashionably sat watching us.
Oh, it was an absolute... Oh, mate, that was a good night. The night before, you may not know this, we were doing a truck driving stream on YouTube before I moved to Twitch.
Yeah.
That stream is still on YouTube. It's unlisted, so you can't just see it unless we link it. But in that stream, as it goes by over 2 hours...
3 hours, I think.
2.5, let's compromise. We just get steadily more better.
Weirdly, the driving standard doesn't go down that much.
No, the driving was plateauing at absolutely fantastic. Although it could be considered driving. We were absolutely consequence of your actions. Yes,
Oh,
hangover is.
no.
You know what my biggest worry was? Because I'd had so much to drink, and my body was like, "You don't need a rest stop. You don't need a rest stop." And we were driving, and I was so glad you were stopping often because I was like, I might need to go at some point. My body wasn't letting me, and I was like, I'm so worried I'm going to have an accident in this bus. I was terrified.
No, we did quite well, to be fair.
Yes, we did
I
marvelous.
slept through the first bloke.
Yes, I remember
hours.
because I carried on watching Scrubs and then staring at the back of my dad's head.
I was damn near sleeping. The thing was limited to 60
Yeah, I know. It's very
miles an
boring,
hour.
isn't it?
Oh, that's the worst part because
At least the fan bell was still on at that point.
Yes.
It was,
oh, God, yeah.
the bottom push was still on. Yeah.
Hello, Jay Taruka. Hello, everyone that's joined. Don't forget to like. I love the fact that we were limited, and so whenever I'm on a train, I'm on a bus, any kind of transport, I get sleepy.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I'm an insomniac. I have to sleep with pills. It's so bad. I'm like, then I'm still watching you drive, and I'm like, if he crashes, I'm totally fine with it.
I remember the woman we overtook and who then sat flashing her lights at us for like a mile because she was like angry because we'd overtaken her in a minibus.
Did you finish reading the box, by the way?
I didn't even start.
Oh, good. Right, carry on, Dave. Carry on.
Crack on.
Yeah.
So, Talisker Port Rui.
Yeah. The spelling is Ruighe. I looked up the pronunciation on YouTube, on Google. It's Port Ree. It's the Gaelic thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
It's like Bunahaven's Sturada. Or Tokakaga or Unalk or Ardbeg's Ugadal, which is not spelled the way you think it is.
no. Anyway, while Meg gets off on a tangent.
Honestly, they're great names.
So, finished in port casks. Notes of port-drenched dark fruits, welcoming sweet smoke. Made
Where?
by the sea. 45.8%. So this is the weakest of the three whiskies so far.
True. By 0.2.
Yes. It'll make all the difference, I assure you.
Well, you're a bit passive aggressive today, aren't you? You're a sassy little bitch, aren't you?
On the back. To the mariner, the first sight of port is the sweetest welcome. Finished in port casks, this generous and inviting malt bursts with rich fruit notes, giving way to the warm embrace of sweet smoke. Made by the sea, from rugged coastline and beastly storms, to warming sunbeams and soaring skies. See, they've gone for alliteration as well.
He's getting into this now. Have you
The
noticed?
Isle of Skye powers through our veins and invigorates our souls. Unpredictable elements meet untainted beauty to create a spirit as wild as our island,
Did
so
one of those two
raw,
part?
yet so refined. In the background, you may hear one of the two doggos snoring, and we're not quite sure which one it
I
is.
think it was. I heard it from there, so
No, I heard it from here.
she's got a bit of a short snap.
As a whiskey made by the sea, Talisker shares a deep love for the beauty and fragility of the oceans and is proudly committed to... Oh, okay.
I'm thirsty, David. You talk too much.
Have you drunk your whiskey?
I'll put tasting notes. Oh, I haven't touched it. I was waiting for you. I'm
Yeah.
parched.
Right. Tally-ho.
Cheers. Oh, how's the 2023, Dad?
Very nice.
Yeah?
Thank you very
Glad
much.
it
Yep.
is. Glad it is. It's also the strongest of the lot.
Yeah,
It's
just trying to,
59.7, isn't it? 59.1?
Just trying to slow
Yes.
down a little bit. It's been a long
50 on this
day.
side, 59.7.
59.7.
Yeah. It's one of the strongest I've got.
So
Not
Meg's,
the strongest now. It's
so Meg's dad, who is playing the role of the...
He's playing the role of drinking it the only way we can't.
yes.
With a fizzy, because I can't do fizzy drinks.
Has the strongest whiskey of the night that we aren't even drinking.
Sadly.
It's lovely.
It'll be lovely when you're curled up in your bed and you're like, this bed's uncomfy, but it's fine.
That's fine. It's fine.
As long as you're okay with it, it's all
It's
right.
not the floor.
It's not terrible. It's quite firm.
To be fair, I didn't really notice it, to be honest. I just laid on it for 5 minutes and I was like, this is right for my back. I was like, decent sort of, it works for me.
It will do. It's an awfully long. It's an awful lot better
They're driving down.
than driving back
Yeah.
and then driving back down again.
Because you've got to come over multiple times if you did that. That would be worth
Yeah,
it.
so you got tomorrow and Friday.
Driving
even.
today, driving Friday, driving Monday.
Yeah, you got
And
appointments
tomorrow.
and stuff. Obviously,
And
we won't
tomorrow.
obviously, you're not going to discuss that on
No.
on air. So
That's
we'll move on.
Poetry hours, yeah.
Initially, I'm going to say the flavour on this is potent.
Yes.
Like, but it's
Yes.
not. It's not the port part that's potent.
The
No.
smoke comes through.
Exactly.
It's the Talisker part, isn't it?
The way they say it's sweet smoke,
So-
I didn't get sweet smoke.
I do have a sweet smoke whiskey, and you can but it's a lot lower.
the Ilsa.
It's,
Yeah.
I'll show you it because it just looked cool. Carrot talking.
Meg is going to the cabinets to diverge slightly into a different whiskey that he's going to show his dad.
It's a lowland.
But yeah, this
Sweet smoke. But this is much milder.
this is definitely a
Is that from
Talisker.
Ailsa Craig? Ailsa Bay, so I'm assuming it's Ailsa Craig.
It's pronounced Ilsa. Yeah,
I would say though,
we think
big difference. 48.9%.
that is 10% lower.
But it's not
Well.
finished in port, so it's not contaminated.
Right.
If you want to have a snip smell,
That's a chunky cork.
yeah, it's a big
It's a big
it's a
cork.
big weighted one as well. It's got metal on it.
But yeah, what first
That
comes across
doesn't
on the
smell-
Talisker is very much
Don't
definitely
wait, that's all
Talisker.
that.
Oh, excuse me. Crikey.
Yeah,
You
I bought this as a punt. 'cause
That's nice.
I was in the whiskey shop and I saw this and I was like, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
Having it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got that and I got the Anok,
You did.
which is
I would've thought
spelt
this.
differently to how it's said as well.
Anknock, yes. Not Ancock, which is what I used to get really badly wrong.
Another tangent shocked. Yes, we should probably call these streams the not worth a topic stream.
Shots fired, my heart. Why would you do that? I had another quote the other day, and it was a banger. I was like, if you don't like my single malt, you can get the Glenfarclas out of it.
Nice.
I was like, I've come up with something else, and he's like, he's talking to your dad. He's got a t-shirt made.
I forgot to bring the
We
t-shirt. I have got the
We
t-shirt.
can, we can sort
Thing is,
t-shirts
I
out. I
like
know a
Glenfarclas.
guy.
I've got a couple of Glenfarclas in now. I've got Glenfarclas fudge behind
Yeah.
the bar.
He does.
So I was like, you can Farclas out of here. I'm like, I got this.
Yeah.
I bought that as a gift.
We also have a lot of famous grouse swag behind the bar.
That's
but-
what he got for Christmas.
Hey, blame. I wasn't responsible for that tangent.
Tasting notes. On the palate, initial characteristics, Talisker.
Talisker and more Talisker.
But it does say chocolate orange, increasingly smoky, much smokier than the nose. So the thing with the smokers, Talisker, yes, is a smoky whiskey, but
I
This
think we missed
feels-
out on doing the nose.
what's the point?
Crayola crayons.
First of all, this is not the right glass for it.
No, true, but still.
you are right to point that out. I think the waxy aspect I can kind of understand. The smoke, though, I think is overpowering. But I do think if you look at the colour, it is definitely a port cask finish. It's so dark. But then standard Talisker isn't exactly light to
No.
begin with.
But
That's
this
a
is
standard
this
Talisker.
is a very
it's not,
red.
It's not light, yeah. But then actually, if you pass me the bottle, I can show my dad. Like, that's the standard, and that's the port. So there's clearly a very darker colour.
It is more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more red to
Can you
it.
put that back
Yeah.
on the stand?
Um,
Keep twisting until it slots in. Other way. Okay. All right. If you're certain. If it slips off and falls, I'm going to kill you. It's one of a kind. Right.
whiskey for the US remains.
Hello, Food Mart Freak. Hope you're well. We have a special guest here today, in the form of my actual dad. Say hello again, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
Perfect. How's your Talisker?
Very nice.
Think
Thank
you're
you
going to
very
sleep well
much.
tonight?
I'll sleep very well tonight, whether I have whiskey or not.
But
But,
you
Yeah.
yeah. More tomorrow, so it's quite all right.
yeah, I can do that.
Fantastic. You
that.
did say you wanted to have a few drinks with us, so we're more than happy to.
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Every
Wow.
time I've come and had a drink with you, I've had to drive
Yeah.
somewhere.
We did do the Bushmills here, and that was fun. And
Yeah.
obviously the wedding, you, me, your partner, and Dave. And we were up to the early hours just
That
drinking.
was good fun.
Yeah.
It
That
was very
was
good
good
fun,
fun.
actually. Yes, jolly
As
good
I
fun.
recall saying, and I've spoken to a few people,
Rammstein too, as well.
Hmm.
and I've said to them, we were drinking that amazing green liqueur.
Yeah.
Kendall mint.
I have some in the
Kendall-
house.
Yeah,
mint
yes.
cake liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, we're going to bed. What are you guys doing? And you said, all the time there's liquor in that bottle, we're staying there. We're not going to bed until we've finished it.
And we still got the bottle.
Yeah.
I gave it to the brother-in-law that's in their bar.
Certainly did.
And thus
I
became the
refilled-
night Meg and Dave
I
finished a
refilled
bottle
the
from a bar.
I refilled the bar and gave it to the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And Dave has had a bottle. I was sent a bottle
I've
by
had several
Amazon
bottles.
wish, by YouTube,
And
Amazon.
to be fair, it's delightful.
Yeah.
So I have an Amazon wish list.
It's
for
a
YouTube.
weird green,
Yeah.
but
Well,
delightful.
I've been sent a number of bottles of whiskey off my wish list, my Amazon one for YouTube, and on there is Kendall mint. And the last time basically over a deal because Dave does these streams, he doesn't get every 2 bottles of alcohol I get sent, he gets one of them.
Yeah.
He got to pick the very first one, but now I choose. Because that's the deal.
Yeah.
Last time, though, I got sent a whiskey, I can't remember what. I was Bunnahabhain. And the other bottle sent me was the Kendallman. And I'm like, sorry, Dave, you get Kendallman. He's like, oh no.
I was like,
Shame.
That's not.
unless the other one was like Yamazaki 18, I ain't complaining.
Yeah, no, it's not something to complain about.
To be fair,
It's a delightful shot.
slight drawback now, though. The bottle most recently sent, I have decided to keep because I want it. So if someone sends a really expensive bottle that I really want, it has to go to David.
Shame.
So please do check the wish list. Please find the most expensive
Oh, dear.
bottle because that might be
I'll
mine.
have to
Thank you
make
very
do, I
much.
guess.
Yeah, well.
To be fair, his parents complained about him having so many extra bottles, his cabinet being full. They consented him getting another cabinet. But do they
Oh,
know
goodness
you've been?
me,
Do
really?
they know about you being given extra bottles from me?
Yes.
Right. So I helped him build the cabinet. It took me like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And while he was sleeping.
No, we built it together. You positioned it
please.
and affixed it
No,
and
Let me
wired
finish my
it.
story then. You interrupt the story before I finish. That was the point. While he was sleeping, I was cutting out the grooves in the backboard just to thread the wires through. So when he came in, I was like, it's done. Like, I got bored. You sleep too long. I'm ready to go to the whiskey shop. We can go now.
Meg was like, I'm going to do this because that way Dave can't say you can't buy my whiskey. He's in the room because the cabinet will be there already.
To be fair, it took me 5 minutes because the way that his plugs are against the wall, it was easy to do one multi-adapter, which
Yeah.
originally, this multi-adapter on the wall, quite big. He was like, I'm going to have to cut an entire groove out for it. And I was like, no. Why don't you get a multi-adapter? And I saw one in his cupboard, and I'm like, why don't you use that? He was like, I should do that. And then I was like,
I forgot I had one in the man box
Yeah.
under the stairs.
And then,
Well,
airing cupboard.
it's the cupboard under stairs if I had stairs. It's what you,
Yeah, random crap.
coats, shoes, and
it's
all the
the
random
coats.
shit.
But then
yeah.
I sort of, while he was sleeping, I was like, get a modelling knife on the hardboard at the back of the cabinet. And I was like, I just cut it a few times myself. I just did it slowly, so I didn't cock it up and just threaded all the wires through.
Yeah.
Simples. Took me 5 minutes and I sat down and chilled out. Yeah.
I got up, didn't know anything had happened.
Can you taste any of the ports in this? Because
There's port in this?
Right, that answers that then.
No, to be honest, it just tastes like a slightly sweeter Talisker.
Yeah, I can agree with that because I think Talisker has quite an overbearing flavour of peat and smoke. So
There's not a lot of peat, but there
it's
is a bit
a-
of peat, but it's
it
mostly
is-
the smoke I'm
it
getting.
is what they're known for, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? So you can't cancel it out. It's always going to be there.
Are you guys trying American bourbon? We hope
June.
so in June, yes. I'm hoping to be here.
The thumbnail's made. If we do, it'll be Woodford's Maker's Mark, Jack Daniels number 5, a sample of it, because we're not doing a whole fecking bottle again.
Michael, is that real or is that a Top Gear reference? Because that sounds remarkably like something James May would say.
I'm okay with that. Are we talking about the Daisy Sunday?
Yes.
We've got a few options, and if time allows, I may acquire a small bottle of the Buffalo Trace because it's very popular and they sell it in Sainsbury's for like 20 quid. So it's not expensive. I can justify it, but then I also don't want it. If I don't like it, I can just give it to somebody else.
Yeah. If anyone was someone here who would drink anything we gave him.
I
Give
don't.
it to your dad and stick it in an old fashioned and then just add to it and just. Yay!
You know what it is? Whereas I went to university and studied chemistry, you actually do practical chemistry.
Yeah, pretty much.
And eventually you find the version that works.
that you like.
Like the
Absolutely.
Oban rum cask. Whereas I went on to do really well and didn't apply it and now just a cleaner and a YouTuber. You actually do practical chemistry. You don't have the sodding qualification.
No, none whatsoever.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Lynn, we have 2 Maker's Marks behind Meg's bar. I'm not sure if one or both of them will be featuring,
We
but
have-
Maker's Mark will be there.
Yeah, we had the 46, which is the French stave added, and we have the cask strength, which is quite nice, but a little bit on the potent side.
Leona, don't ruin it. Oh, you
I
have,
do.
have to let it all down.
We
honestly.
are we are a couple. We're lovers. My dad has watched us elope, and
He drove us to the wedding.
we love our frequent booty calls.
I have to say, when it comes to American whiskey, you gave me a corn whiskey.
Oh, I've got the jug. It's on the bar.
The jug,
on,
yeah.
on the desk out
That
on the decking.
makes a stunning old
Yep.
fashioned.
I bought that as a joke because I saw
Yeah.
it and I was like, Dave, you ever seen this? And just before he had to leave to go home, I was like, have a little sip of that. Go drive.
Yeah.
He had a little sip and he's like, it's all right. But I have a swerve. There is a metal band that make their own whiskey.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it behind the bar.
Well, I have to say, Ramstein make a fantastic rum.
We've had it.
I've got a bottle of it.
Yeah, we had that Christmas, didn't we? Yeah.
It was at Christmas.
Yeah, that was a banger.
It is delightful.
That was a banger. I enjoyed having a glass of that, actually. It was quite nice. Yeah, that's
I
good.
feel like I needed a sarcasm sign for that comic for the owner, because, yeah.
What's the Slipknot whiskey like?
Pass.
What's the Slipknot whiskey like?
Really
Tune into our stream in June and we'll find out.
Okay.
It's American. It's called Iowa 9. 9 because there are 9 members of Slipknot.
Yeah.
It's reasonably strong. It's quite nice. It's not. It just tastes like American whiskey to me.
Yeah, okay.
It's not overly complex.
Yeah, no.
Because it's American.
It's American. Keep
Yeah.
it simple.
Yeah.
If you're American and you take offence to that, then that
That's the KISS
means
principle.
there's too much corn syrup in your brain.
That's not a surprise.
But they do. Slipknot do a red wine finish, and it looks like a bottle of blood because of how red it is.
What a surprise.
I mean, there's doing it by halves, and then there's doing it the American way of going. There's not enough flavouring in that.
Yeah, OTT.
We're going to turn it up to 14.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, my main YouTube channel turns 9 in June, so I'm going to do an anniversary stream and get a 9-year-old whiskey. And I found 2 9-year-old whiskies. One's an Islay, one's a Speyside Highlander for class.
Yeah.
The other, if I did a third as an option, it would be the Slipknot Iowa 9 red wine finish because that's so
Wow.
uniquely different. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, if I do, I can get one of those.
Yeah.
And go with that.
Yeah.
You know, 9-year-old whiskies are very rare. There's an
Yeah.
American
Yeah,
actually
very few, yeah.
called Whistle Pig.
Yeah.
But it's a rye whiskey, and that's really on the fence with me.
Yeah.
But Whistle Pig, the bottle and the case look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
There's
Not many.
There don't seem to be any 7s either. 7.
Careful. He's doing a Friends reference.
Seven.
Monica Geller doing the orgasm sound of 7. And he loves that. It's his favourite scene.
I've forgotten what's on the tasting notes because all I'm getting is Talisker.
Yeah, I'm just getting tired. It does get sweeter the more you drink it, I
Yeah.
think, though. Slightly milky, I think.
Does say increasingly smoky, which is, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit chocolate orange, I guess. Maybe. It's not too much. You're going to love the next one. By the way,
Something,
Dad.
yes, there's something slightly.
Getting a lot of smoke out
Fresh
of
one.
this, funnily enough.
But you didn't last time. No.
Did you drink it straight last time? Was it mixed?
No, you had a mixer.
Maybe, because
We don't tend to carry lemonade at this bar.
No, but I did go and get some. I think I might get you a Sprite or a 7-Up or something.
Yeah.
So it might
Yeah.
that's lemon lime, though, isn't it?
lemon and
Like
lime,
the bar in
yeah.
Coyote Ugly, we don't serve all. we
To
only
be fair,
serve alcohol.
there was an IPA behind that. For Christmas, a friend of the family got him whiskey stuff, got me a pint glass and 2 IPAs, and I'm like, what? I mean, the pint glass looks cool. It's got 2 flat sides on part of it. It looks cool, but I don't really do IPAs.
Yeah, we definitely missed out by not doing the nose.
Stouts I like.
Really?
I do like stouts.
Well, I never.
When I had dental surgery, I couldn't drink whiskey.
Right.
I had some cans of stout from those beer boxes.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's find out.
Yeah.
I went through a few of those. One was a dud.
Yeah.
Tastes like window cleaner. But the rest of them, I was like, these are great.
Not a big fan of stout at all, but I do love an IPA.
So I can handle. I do have. I got a few cans out for somebody within our family that's no longer in our family who loves IPAs, and they're all just sat in that corner because they're not here. We're obviously not on air going to discuss that, but yeah, they're sat in the corner with friend of the family's
We'll
Jaeger
put a
stuff.
sticking plaster over that,
Yes.
which incidentally was apparently also on the nose.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm looking at the nose. We definitely so I'll read the nose because
White
we've
chocolate.
skipped it based on the glass type.
Go on, then.
After initial wave of sea spray, well, Talisker, yes, the nose becomes more complex with Crayola crayons. How that's complex, I don't know.
We did that in a VC. I remember laughing at that.
Orange piff and a touch of white chocolate. Demerara and even sticking plaster
Right.
emerge briefly, along with plummy umeshu notes.
Well, if there's a hint of Crayola crayon, then it would be perfect for armed response.
It
So,
might also be
ironically,
perfect.
about 20 minutes ago, someone put it to drink for the US Marines.
So armed response are well known for loving their crayons.
I would also add, it's also perfect then for shoving up your nose. Allow me to demonstrate.
Where's your youngest nephew?
Oh God, no, no! Just close your nostril, Dave, one of your big ones, and just get it up there,
I'm not going to snort the Talisker.
pussy.
Yes! In this instance, yes, I am.
It might actually change your voice completely, clean your sinuses out completely, and you'll be like, suddenly you'll speak like I am. I don't know if that's a good thing though. Sounding like a bit of a.
Hello, everyone. I am Talisker Dave.
Is that what you think I sound like?
No.
What was that?
It was
You are
different.
Such a dickhead.
Oh, hi, Plumps. Plumpy has woken.
Nah, she's only scratching. She'll go back to sleep in a minute.
Woken up for a scratch.
I want to send this so I can move on to the next one.
Fair enough. Oh,
Yeah.
Dan Hatch.
Dad would like the next one, by the way.
No, have we got somewhere to?
I can get you another glass.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get you another one. We'll get the next one. You're being nice anyway, because it's the next one on the agenda is Bushmills 16 port finish.
Bushmills.
Would you like a Bushmills?
Oh, I don't know if I like Bushmills.
Don't know. I've got the 10 behind the bar. That's more tropical flavours.
All right. Really?
Each one's a different cask finish.
Gotcha.
That sherry cask, 16's port cask, 21's Madeira cask.
Understand.
Out of 10 for port finish, I'm going to rate this as a 5.
What, Talisker?
Yeah. As a Talisker, I rate it highly.
As a Talisker, it's about an 8.
Oh yeah.
As a port finish, maybe a 4.
I'm going to be generous to say 5 because the Quinta Ruben isn't that strong either.
No. None of them have been, actually.
Well, the
to be
Dalmore
fair.
was. Dalmore's all right.
Coburn's was pretty... Coburn's was pretty good.
Well,
port
if we
finish.
do well enough at the end, we could. If we're okay at the end,
Yes, we could finish
we
on that.
No, we
Yeah.
could throw in a swerve.
Oh, yes.
The
It
Welsh
has to be
swerve.
really well to throw that swerve in.
No, I meant the Welsh swerve. You tool.
Yeah.
Not the Israeli one because they don't hold back. Jeez, much like their warfare. Bloody hell.
Yeah, much like their warfare, somewhat over the top.
Yeah.
All right. On the screen now, you see the next bottle on the list. I've got water. Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, drink
Um,
that first
And
of all.
on the
Thank
screen,
you.
on the screen
Thank
now,
you.
you'll still see Talisker. Bear with.
In January, no, it's gone now. In January 2023, I bought this as one of my January treats because I had like 400 quid, and I was like, I was going to buy all really like 21-year-old whiskies.
Yep.
So I bought Singleton 21, Jura 21. I couldn't find another one, so I was going to get Talisker 18, but I was slightly over budget, so I went, okay, I'll get the Bushmill 16, the Angel's Envy, and then realised I was still over budget anyway, so I went and bought some other things as well.
Well, if you're over, you're over.
Yeah.
How much over doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't matter.
It's over.
Yeah, to be fair, he gave me a discount. That was nice of him.
We're at the point where basically we determine whether the whiskey shop hits target that week or not. Because if we go in, it will. If we
Although-
don't, it won't.
Although when we go in January next year, if we're going around the same time, his target's going to be slightly higher. It's okay. I'm saving up. It's all right.
Because of last year.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm saving up. It's fine.
It's like being late. Once you're late, you're late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How late doesn't really matter. Late
Yeah.
is late.
Yeah. Once you're £20 over, you may as well be £200 over. Yeah.
So while Dave does his water that he hates,
Okay.
I'm going to have a look at the bottle here, and it mentions here it's aged in Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks before finishing in port pipes. So when I heard port pipe before we found out what it actually was a few days ago, I thought a port pipe was a legitimate pipe, like
Well,
some
I-
kind of.
Right. I don't know what
Yeah.
a port pipe
Yeah,
is.
I didn't either until I found out it was a barrel,
Yeah.
A
It's
big
a, it's
barrel,
a
a
gigantic...
600
Oh,
gallons.
okay.
600
Gallon?
600 gallons or litres. I think litres.
It's a huge barrel. It's
Okay.
massive. It's one of the biggest barrels.
I think
so,
it's litres, not gallons. But yeah. it's-
sure, whatever. It
Well,
doesn't
it's
really
huge.
matter. I
No.
don't care. But it's a massive barrel, and I was like, that makes no sense because I thought port pipe would be a legitimate copper pipe or something, or
Yeah.
just some
Yeah.
wooden pipe with with
Pipe
water. Yeah,
essentially is a pipe.
yeah.
Yeah.
A barrel
Um,
is a barrel, depending on what size it
Yeah.
is.
Well, this
Yeah.
is, yeah.
So
Like
it says
double
that-
the size of a standard barrel, basically.
Yeah, it says that this single malt, triple distilled single malt, typical of Irish
So
whiskey.
Irish,
This-
yeah.
Irish always triple distill, and
Yeah.
that takes out a lot of vodkas do triple distilling because it removes a lot of the negative.
Well, you have to get the potato out somehow.
Sure, but it gets rid of a lot of the negative, like
It's
horrible,
the chips out of your drink.
and the grease and the salt,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vinegar.
Yeah.
It takes all that, but the triple distilling takes away a lot of the natural flavoring, which is where the cask strength ones come in because they can't triple distill that as well because they can't do it as effectively. It says here it's deep amber,
Yep.
yeah, in color with flavors of dark fruit, nuts, and spice. It is 40%, so it's the weakest.
Okay.
But ABV is not an indicator of quality.
No.
And also, this might actually taste more like port. I'm the only person to have a glass of it. I didn't really think of it as port at the time. I thought of it as a fantastic Irish whiskey.
Superb.
I like Bushmills. I think it's the best of the lot. Of the
Yeah.
three main, Tullamore, Jameson's, and Bushmills, I think it's the best one.
Yeah. I
Although I do have a larger collection of Jameson's.
personally,
MJ, you are
I'm
right,
more
they are not the
concerned
biggest.
with the
They're
flavour
big.
than I am with the ABV.
ABV is an interesting one because sometimes with the increase in ABV, you do notice more impactful flavour. But when it's triple distilled, no point.
No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
And that's why, like Jameson's sits almost as a flat 40.
Yeah.
But then I've got IPA cask for them and stout cask. The stout cask is brilliant.
Yeah.
Just tastes great. The IPA one vanished in half a month. It was just so good. They do good whiskey. I do have Conor McGregor's Proper 12.
Yeah.
I've got his sliced apple liqueur spirit as well. That's really nice. Dave's had a glass. It was
Yeah,
good,
it
wasn't it?
was
It tastes
good,
like, just
actually,
tastes like apple.
It does
It was
taste like apple.
great.
Superb.
That's kind of
And
what
he
you
likes
want
the
with those
Instagram
sort of
posts of mine,
things
so
over
I'm
there.
especially happy.
Sorry, say that again. I missed that.
I got him to he likes one of my Instagram posts.
Gotcha. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
Conor
remember you
McGregor.
saying.
It's like my one flex. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the only one I've got.
Well, this is
Thank you, MJ.
much as myself with Titus Welliver.
477 litres in a port pipe.
It isn't even the biggest.
Been sized.
me.
It's not the biggest, but in the picture Dave showed me, it was the biggest because you had a picture of different casks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Port one was the last one in that picture image, and it was massive.
yeah. I
So
think
you go down from
standard's
hogs-
about 300 litres.
You go down from like hogshead and quarter casks and all that, and
Yeah.
they're a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Still, it's great. Okay, well, open up, Dave, because Dad apparently is parched.
Well, it's a bit dry in the corner, to be honest.
He's letting us down. Oh. Bushmills have remarkably tight corks.
Yeah,
Dave
I know I can
loves-
make that one good.
He loves it when it's tight.
That sounded a lot like my back.
It will do tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I've fallen out my bed and made similar sounds.
Yeah.
Along with, oh, why must you betray me so? Double or single?
I think I'm going to go single.
Very
please.
well. Very well. That makes sense with the Talisker. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit.
I think it's actually the last one you'll be having. So the Highland Park is the smoky one.
Oh, is it?
I hope you
Do you want
enjoyed that
double
chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame. I
Yeah.
like Highland Park.
Yeah, but that's a fire edition, so it's smoked.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll give him a snifter.
You won't like it. It's
No.
150 quid. You won't want it.
No,
You're not putting it over.
I would rather give you these
I
ready ones.
would rather not waste it.
Yeah.
I like Highland Park.
Yeah, we've got 10 and 12 behind.
Standard.
We've got the 10 and 12 behind there.
That's a lovely whiskey.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But
Well, would you like this to be a double instead finish?
yeah, go on then.
Yeah, there you go.
You smooth
I really
talker.
twisted your arm, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's that a double
Oh,
to?
my arm! Oh, you're hurting my arm!
What a shame. What a sodding shame. Oh, you're doing that again, aren't you? You really are milking that.
It's the best cork we have.
It is, but you look like such a virgin doing that. Just stood there like, should I move? Am I going to flash the lights, roboto music sort of thing? God.
It's the fact that he can barely get the cork out of the bottle, but we won't mention that.
It's carpal tunnel, Dad. It's carpal tunnel.
There you go.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
comes
yeah.
out nicely if I try.
Repetitive strain injury, Dad. His wrist can't
Oh.
handle it.
That smells gorgeous,
It smells like a good Irish whiskey.
doesn't it? Just.
Now
There's only-
that is the first one that smells anything like the port.
There's only one other whiskey I've
Yeah,
come across.
nailed it.
So there's one
That smells like port.
I think there's only one I've encountered that comes close, or is better actually. Only one, and it's your Penderyn Portwood. Because that Penderyn Portwood, that's just exquisite. But the thing is, that was the stream you obviously heard.
That was the
I
one we
will
did at
admit,
mine. in
after
my
the
flat.
stream, I was talking to him and I was like, I think my dad's offended.
No, not at all. Happened to turn on my TV. There's my son saying my dad sounds like a chav.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Chat. Vote one for Mega's right. Vote two for Mega's wrong.
Played the audio. You sounded like a chav.
I sound like a thug.
It's because you said, times are, mate, half money and all that.
Yeah, that was a put on sound because of I couldn't believe what happened.
Times are tough, and half pay. Your little laugh at the end. You sound like a right sausage.
That's lovely.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, this one's the best one. Sorry.
Shit, I've just realised something.
What's that?
I've got to do the 16, haven't I?
Yes. 16 seconds in the mouth.
Oh,
One
right.
for every year of maturation.
Not sure I want to. It's too
I
nice.
can't do it, can I?
No.
What a shame. What a shame.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, you will. I'll put up the tasting notes.
Toughen up, princess.
There we go. So it says a classic Irish nose of honey, yogurt, tin stone fruit. Also a lovely something bark carrot. I need to pull that across. Sorry, I've cocked this up a little bit. A lovely cassia bark character, which develops in the glass. Palate spiced and rich with juicy summer fruits, Christmas spices, pine oil, manuka honey. Manuka honey is really good, rare. Peaches and in syrup. The finish is sorry.
What is cassia bark? That's like someone needs to get out more.
Some people have literally gone up to a tree and gone,
Yeah.
and now I know.
Cassia
You do
bark.
wonder sometimes with some of the things I
tastes
come up
like
with.
the bark of the tree. Really?
Let's find out.
We are going for the
Yeah.
Google to just verify.
Yeah.
I mean, some woods have amazing, scents, etc.
Yeah.
I
But
know.
the bark?
No, cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon bark.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
it,
okay.
literally the first word that came up, and I was like, right, get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a minus mild spice, but it's so marginal.
Yeah.
It's very. The thing with Irish whiskey is I don't associate cinnamon or ginger with it.
No.
Because
No.
Irish whiskey is triple distilled, Jameson's is too, Tullamore is as well.
Mm.
They're the main three. This one's the best one. And they're all incredibly smooth.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
gorgeous.
In fact, that's a lot of crap that Conor McGregor got for proper 12. People thought it was watery. And there's a point to that. It's not as flavourful as the others. That's not a bad whiskey.
No.
I've had several bottles of that
Yeah.
stuff, and I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say, the one mistake he made is that whereas standard Jameson's Tullamore Bushman was a screw tops, he put a cork on it. To be honest, it's not worth it.
No, it's not
Oh,
worth
yeah.
a cork.
What
Are
a
you
shame.
saying it's not worth a cork?
It's funny you mentioned that, Dad.
I can get you a t-shirt.
Can you get on the back? If you don't like my malt, you can fuck us right off. and perhaps not get double XL this time.
When I ordered the t-shirt, you were.
Please, it was just a big chest. That's all it was. I was swole.
It was
That's all
the guns.
It was
Yeah,
it was the guns. Yes. And I got muscles. There's somewhere. Yeah, there's a
You've
lot.
hidden them well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the hoodies.
The irony being, that for once, Meg is not wearing a hoodie.
I'm so.
We have
fucking
gone
hot.
beyond hoodie weather.
I'm sorry. I had a headache. I was like, I had to reduce some heat here somehow. So I thought I'll get rid of the hoodie, not the hat.
Because reasons.
Yes.
It's very comfortable in here.
It's not too bad now. To be fair.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
As long as you're okay, it will cool down a fair bit
Yes,
overnight.
it does drop overnight.
You sleep, but I sleep better when it's cold.
So do I. I have the windows open. Well, I think it's netting the window
Last,
I
last,
live on a narrowboat.
Yeah,
last night
yeah.
it started about 17 degrees.
Oh,
And
I'm
it was
not a chap,
12
I'll
when I woke up this morning.
If anyone has any
It
questions, by the way,
dropped quite a
guys, in the YouTube
Even with all the
chat,
candles on.
if you guys have questions in the chat, if you
Be
have
warmer than
questions, ask away. I'm sure we'll be more than happy to answer any of them. Hello, Miss Sparkles. Hello, everyone that's joined.
Yes,
If you
good
have
evening.
questions, ask. And of course, if they're any directed at my father at the expense of me,
They
Fuck
will be
off.
swerved.
they,
Well, direct
Yes.
to Charlie or Wizzy. They're both asleep, so good luck getting an answer.
Yeah, you'll get no luck out of Charlie. He's out for the count.
yeah. If the following question comes up, the answer will be fairly obvious. Was my son a smart ass as a kid? I beat my son like there was no tomorrow. He deserved it. Because he was right. And he stole a cupcake once. I literally did. It was the funniest thing ever. I don't think I've hit my head so hard in my life either.
The cupcake wasn't the issue. Stealing the shotgun cartridges and throwing
Oh.
bricks at them.
That wasn't.
That was a different issue.
I should
That sounds
point.
like a
I know.
good afternoon.
I'm glad you remember that because I can actually clarify something. I didn't actually take them. It was the other kid. I was with him because I told him where they were. I just wanted someone. I wanted friends. I didn't have any. So I was like, I'll impress him. I know where they are.
To be fair, I shouldn't have left them in my pocket.
Yeah, and then then I was brought to you, and I was like, he's got people around. Why am I not dead?
That's why you weren't dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Ah, 90s discipline.
Yes, well, I remember we had a beautiful patio. But the day before it was finally done,
Well, from the top or the bottom?
I wasn't underneath it. But these had beautiful stones in, and it was absolutely exquisite. But rather stupidly, and I can't take all the responsibility here because I was only in one corner of it. It was quite large. The sand had been absolutely smashed into the ground, so it had to be dug out to be fluffed again so it could be used, which took an entire day for 4 children.
Yeah.
The whip holder was quite happy to be.
Didn't do it again though, did you?
Yeah, but I wasn't the ringleader. I was just like in one corner of it. I was not near the mojo, and I'm like, "Oh, you absolute bastards!" I can't have what I mean. To be fair, it was either that or eat a cold corned beef sandwich. I think I chose digging the sand as a preferable choice.
Yeah, well,
The 90s weren't easy.
they weren't. You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
so as far as the whiskey so far, how do you think this one stacks up?
Definitely not as strong, which is a nice
I think
little break.
actually that helps because,
Lighter flavour.
but the flavour's definitely more.
I think you get more out of it.
Yeah, it feels like it actually it gets closer to what it should be. Whereas that's not necessarily indicated the strength of the others lets them down. It's just the Quinta Rubin started it, and obviously it set a standard. But when it stacks up to others who refine the technique, others have found a better way to make it work.
So I'm getting more of the sweetness of the original port from this than any of the others.
I'm still annoyed that I like Coburn's. Don't tell your parents. They'll actually
Oh, I will.
They'll make me eat crackers and cheese. I don't eat cheese.
Oh,
I
you
get
will.
headaches.
But will you get headaches if you have it with Coburn's as well?
Yeah, you
I
got
don't
to do
want
it
to
properly.
I don't care for science anymore. I'm not a scientist, Dad.
Chemistry experiments.
Did you get a headache from the beef Wellington? Exactly.
When did I have beef
Do
Wellington?
it properly on your birthday. Well, near your birthday when you came up.
Was that when we did the January stuff and I spent so much money?
Yes.
Oh,
And
sweet.
you got a beef Wellington from my parents.
That's good.
That was your birthday present. Yeah.
They made it extra. His mother is so lovely to me. Right. She's so lovely. She made it differently just so I could eat it because it had mustard in it.
Yeah, it
I'm
normally
like,
has
I'm
mustard in
allergic.
the grist. around
So
the-
she made the thing on the inside of the pastry without mustard for
Yeah.
me,
Right.
solely for me because I've never had it.
But did you get a headache?
I don't remember.
Right. So
Although to be fair, did I sleep
So
with
if
your
you do-
parents?
No.
Oh, then I didn't because I would if I was there.
Yeah,
I found out that
mum
a
has
lot
the
of my
heating up too
headaches-
high.
we
I
just-
turn the radiator off when he's coming around.
We discovered also that a lot of my headaches come from a lack of elevation on my head. I prefer to have my head flat.
Yeah.
However, my head says, "Fuck you."
Yeah, Meg says like
And I
4
get-
pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting to be okay.
When we go to gigs and we're in a Premier hotel room, I get all the extra pillows and put them there. And my head's so heavy, it pushes it down to what would equivalent be 2 pillows.
Yeah.
Because I've got a big tumor.
This is
in
where
my
I
head.
start and stay.
It's either a tumor or something else. It might be a brain, but I don't think so. Could be fluid
Cheese is indeed a
retention.
holy food.
Could be fluid retention. You never
Yeah.
know. It's a heavy head. My head is swole. But
Yeah.
no, it's not ideal.
But do it properly, maybe you won't get a headache.
Maybe. But you're taking digs at me now. I don't
The
like
only
this.
problem is that I then can't drive us home, so we'll have to stay up there.
Chemistry experiment. Cheese, crackers, and port.
I don't like this. I've got 2 people either side of me trying to use it reasonably.
There's 2 words I can say which will mean you have to do it. For science.
Don't even try me.
For science.
I don't have a lab coat anymore. Don't try me.
You've still got the goggles.
I love the goggles. They're safety goggles. We
Brilliant
always, need,
science experiment. Let's try it.
we always need safety goggles.
Stilton, crackers, and port
I know some people.
as an experiment.
Christmas Eve.
I know
We're
someone.
doing an experiment.
So Christmas Eve, Dave was coming up.
Yeah.
We made steak sandwiches.
We did.
And we put Stilton in that.
Yeah.
yeah.
They were
Bang.
good.
Yeah.
They were so good.
Did I cook the steak or did you?
I think you prepared stuff and I cooked it when I got. I cooked
Yeah,
the
yeah,
steak
'cause I had it
and
all
the
ready
onions
to
when I
go,
got here. Yeah, you
basically.
chopped all the onions and
I had
everything.
a
I
full
cooked
baguette,
it
you had
on
half
the
a
skillet
baguette,
when we
It
got
was
it.
like steak, peppers, and
Onion
yeah,
and there was
yellow,
onion,
yeah.
mushroom,
yeah.
steak, peppers, and Jack
Onion?
Daniel's sauce or something.
Yeah, was it mushroom as well?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we went for everything that
Did
no
you
one
see-
else in the family.
You missed
Yeah,
out. You
eat.
could have had a glass of port with that.
We had whiskey. No, we didn't. No, we didn't have whiskey because I had to drive someone home, didn't I?
You got a fair
Just
point.
saying.
You got a fair point, but fuck off.
That was a good sandwich.
It
That
was a
was
good
sandwich.
yeah.
No,
That
it's
was a
annoying now
sandwich.
that I know I like port because if his parents find out, there's a chance they won't buy me the really fancy Star
Sends
Trek
Dad
whiskey that
text
exists.
message.
Oh,
No, they go to America, and in one shop
We
in
won't buy
Florida where they're
port.
going, right, there's a blue whiskey. Literally
Yeah.
blue-coloured. Star Trek's called Romulan Ale whiskey. There's one seller in Florida that has it. I'm going to try and get his parents to buy it for me to make up for the last 2 birthday presents I got them. Right? I'd rather that than a bottle of Cockburn.
Yeah, but you could have
Have you
Taylors, you could have Grahams, you could have. I'm out of port makers.
There's no rule in here that says I can't slap the barman.
have you investigated whiskey shops in Michigan where
So-
your cousin lives?
So the issue is getting it
It's
here.
sending it.
Yeah.
You can't send it
Yeah,
in
it has to be the
continental.
person who has to bring it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It
Can't
can,
be
it
posted?
can come
So,
duty
yeah, that was
free.
the
It
problem.
can't come
That was
by
the issue.
post.
Yeah, that's the problem because I've got people. I know some friends in America,
Yeah.
and they can't send it. Certain states have different rules as well.
Honeybats,
As I said,
where's
investigate.
ours? Do share.
She sounds more posh than I do.
Sarah,
Yeah, she a posh one.
really?
Yeah, I've heard her voiceover stuff.
Oh, I haven't.
I've heard a few
Okay.
bits here and there. Yeah, she a posh bitch.
Okay. Now, Sarah's absolutely lovely.
I'm sure she is. She's also a giant. We don't talk about giants here because
She
I feel
is,
vertically
yes.
challenged. I feel
Yes.
vertically
Are we
challenged.
having gig
Except-
flashbacks?
Right, except for except for one of my uncles who's got one daughter that's shorter than me. The rest of them are monstrous.
Yeah, true.
I feel like a hobbit.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with this because I'm quite tall.
We're just the right height. When we go to a gig, we get screwed by someone that's stupidly tall,
Although,
and they
Standard.
always stand in front of us.
although
that appears to be standard.
last gig we went to Dragon Force, it was great.
Yeah.
We got right to the barrier, just slightly to the side, speaker in the way, fine.
We were
Doesn't matter. We
angled,
saw
but
most
yes.
of it. The only person that blocked us was one of the lead guitarists for the headlining act.
Yeah.
He was only there to watch the previous act.
He
We're
came
like,
and stood in front of us.
I'm okay with this because he's cool. He's
Yeah.
an alcoholic. Clearly, he's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
He drinks beer though, so he's not really
Yeah.
that cool.
No,
No.
Right, I better do the.
Oh yeah, you do 14 seconds.
We're
I'm
an
just
hour and a
gonna-
half in.
I'll
Well,
carry
no,
on
we're
till
2
we-
hours in.
We'll
We started
finish.
early.
We've got one.
Really?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
what
wow.
happens. This is what we normally finish do 3 hours. We
Oh,
don't even
yeah.
realise it. We don't realise it because we've been talking so much.
Yeah.
If you would
Yeah.
do me a favour, because last time I screwed this up, can you press the big play button when I
Say when. I'm holding his hand. I feel really gay. I was holding his hand. It's hairy.
Oh, bless.
I don't know what's more disturbing. That hairy wrist or the fact I felt your pulse.
You've got a
Again.
pulse?
Again. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not the first time I felt your pulse.
Well, a few people can find it on my wrist. Most people can't.
It didn't feel nice. It was very slow.
That's
Good? Bad? Indifferent?
that's good.
Bushmills is always a win. We did the 21 here.
That's so smooth.
I mean,
It
you're
does have it. It's fruity.
I have to get you to try
It's
the
vibrant.
the 10, which is this. I prefer the age statement Bushmills. The standard screw tops are just drinkers. You just open it and drink it.
Yeah.
Leona in the chat, Wildling, she has the Peaky Blinders version. Only Americans can get it. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
prohibition recipe.
Oh.
And it annoys me
Interesting.
because I really want it.
Yeah.
But you can only get it. I even
Yeah.
tweeted at Bushmills on Twitter and they replied to me, sorry, only in America. So I blocked them.
Oh, that'll hurt them.
Hey, I've got 10,000 followers, it's fine.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Bushmills honey when I had it.
I've got Tullamore honey behind the bar.
Yeah, we do.
Now, I don't like
Didn't know they did
Jack
the Bushmills.
Daniels honey.
See, that's the only Jack Daniels I drink these days.
Yeah.
The Bushmills honey I've drunk once, and that was a fateful night many years
Didn't know
ago.
they did one.
Yeah.
But I do have a few
I
honey
haven't
ones.
found it since.
So I've got
Hold you.
Jeremy Clarkson's.
Oh, really?
It's behind there. It's in a half-size bottle. Here it is. It's called Diddley Squat Farm Beetlejuice Whiskey. Although I believe it was called Whisky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way I say it, Whisky.
Whiskey.
You have to shake it before you drink it because it's obviously separated.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're going to do a
The first time we had a whiskey like that, the bit that
And
said
thank you,
shake
Nick.
before drinking
Hi, Orla.
was on the back of the
Maybe
front label.
Cotswold
You had to
honey.
drink
Yeah,
a third
well-
of it before you could see it.
It's made by Beeble, another whiskey liqueur honey sort of website. They do gin and
Yeah.
other ones. But yeah, no, we're going to do a liqueur stream later in the year
Delicious
and do it then.
and nutritious.
We'll do it later in the year with a few other
Yeah,
liqueurs. You shake it up and.
Well,
Yeah.
I've never seen the Bushmills honey since.
So I've got Tullamore behind the bar.
Yeah.
I've got a few other whiskey
Well,
liqueurs.
that went down.
You've had
Myself and my friend Billy, we drank the
Half
bottle
empty.
that night.
yeah, well, Tullamore honey. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really that's quite strong.
Dublin
Yeah.
honeycomb as well.
Oh,
That's
Dublin's
liqueur-y, but
We'll discuss this later. So, the
Yeah,
16...
not really for this stream.
No.
I do apologise.
No.
Fine,
Discussions
it's what
do.
happens.
I get distracted.
We segue quite a lot.
Tell me about it. I start on one thing and then lo and behold, we go
I
down
don't-
this rabbit hole. And...
I hope
We actually have we have a listener with us as well as just a fan.
What?
Well, he listens in sometimes.
I don't want to call my dad a fan.
I've been called a lot worse, to be fair.
Probably by me. You never know. I mean, I called you a chav, so
Yeah, well,
was I wrong? I send you a bottle if I could. Thank you. I appreciate. Obviously, I know that you would.
Apologies to those of you who just had an ad. Please do join the membership. I think you don't get ads.
Well, MJ very kindly gave
Yes.
out a bunch of memberships earlier. She gave 5, I believe, which was incredibly generous. Thank you so much. I still don't know why the supers didn't show up. But
Also, we do have 15 people here and 15 likes. So
Yay.
we're doing quite well.
for Wednesday, that's actually
Yeah.
surprisingly good because Wednesdays are midweek. People are working.
yeah, well, my old next door neighbour has asked for a link.
Has he?
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
sent,
no.
I've sent them to a
If
couple
you're
of archery
listening
people.
by chance, my dad is here. It's not just me and Dave prattling on. Hello, neighbour. Is that the one I got Pin Winnie from?
No,
Ah,
no. This is my old next door neighbour.
I-
Winnie was from the gentleman that lived opposite me.
we spent ages trying
Yeah,
to find out
we have
about
done
it.
Yeah, tricky.
much
It's still in
Googling.
there on the
Yeah.
second shelf, unopened, because obviously it's collectible. I don't nothing. You can't find it anywhere.
No.
Much
I'm
Googling
like-
has occurred.
All right then.
Because
They
there's
do
loads of
have
different
value.
versions with different ABVs
Yes.
to try
But
and find the
also-
right one.
Also-
So I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But also, it's got a ring pull around the edge, and it's a screw top. It's got a weird ring pull around
I think
the
we
edge.
need to take a
wow.
few decent photos, and send it to Master Malt and ask them if they can value it, because they do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it's a very unusual one.
I've never heard of it.
No, nor did
and
we.
I thought it was really nice.
See the ring thing there? Right there. Splits there.
Oh wow.
It's a screw top. But
Yeah.
it's 43%, 75 CL, which is a very American measurement.
That is an odd.
It's very different, yeah.
Well, we UK do 35 to 70.
Yeah.
Yeah,
75 is what the Americans do as standard.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's an import.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, Chris from next door has asked for the link.
Well, I hope you're here. If you are, don't mind my audience and Dave, of course.
Yeah.
But yes, in fact, my dad is my dad. We are related. Voice is quite deceptive.
Although I dispute it.
Oh, come on. To be fair, I only got this voice from education.
There was
I
a
didn't
thing
always
with
sound like this,
Milkman.
did I?
It's a long story.
No,
I didn't sound like this as a teenager, did I?
no.
No, I didn't. It was entirely because I went through.
He came to Norwich and he joined the civilized world.
I said
Came to Norfolk and
I-
good.
yeah. I'm sorry, no, I joined the civilized world of the inbred people.
He joined the web toad for eternity.
Joined the folk who pull a pitchfork out of their sofa and chase their brother cousin out the room, just so they can shag their own sister.
Is that true that a Norfolk virgin is a girl that can outrace her brother?
The only girl that refused to do reverse cowgirl because she don't turn you back on family.
And demonetized. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I'm going to confess I heard that joke somewhere else, but it seemed appropriate. It seemed appropriate.
I can't help it. Terry Wogan on his programme many years ago, every time someone mentioned Norfolk, he'd say, "And good."
Yeah. Good old
Got
Terry.
away with it.
That's because Terry was our god, and
Well, he wasn't
Yeah.
fireproof.
Also, Eurovision, his commentary on that was amazing. He hated it.
I spoke to a lady who had been a Radio 2 presenter, and I said, "How does Terry get away with it?" And she said, "Are you aware of the term fireproof?"
He is, though.
yeah.
Considering the guy spent his entire career with the most obvious comb over, and no one,
Oh,
like, I'm sorry, but he was still rocking it, and
Yeah.
nobody ever said anything because they're like, it's Terry Wogan.
it's Terry Wogan.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to his Janet and John story,
Yes.
goodness me.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing with your glass? Because obviously we've got one left, but if you don't want any more tonight,
No, I'm because it's
We've got
peated,
one-
isn't it?
well, it's charred. But if you want something different, you can. We do have another port car thing you can try. We can do open the Penderyn if you like.
Really?
He's not going to say no to a Penderyn, is
Oh,
he? Have
go
you met
on,
your
then,
dad?
you smooth
But
talker, you.
but we'll do. You can have one of those, and we'll do the Highland Park Fire after this. Send it, Heron. But we'll do the Highland Park Fire, and if there's any.
Dave's looking between the Highland Park Fire and the Penderyn and going.
Sorry, but it's the rule. Next one.
Also, Heron was called. Dave
Heron
has to go.
The rule is he's on the boat trip I went on last year with his friends. You know the boat.
Oh,
pictures
don't
where
tell that.
I couldn't drive for shit.
Yeah.
The rule is there are loads of herons. If you see one, you have to drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and send it means you have to overtake somebody, but we just do it as an excuse to send a drink. What a shame!
Right.
What a shame!
I follow an American drag racing channel.
Is that the one that does those vans that you showed me? That go out ridiculously fast and powerful.
For his birthday, they bought in a monster truck.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of his channel, it says, "Hell yeah, brother, you're following the." They put "Hell yeah, brother" on the roof of the monster truck.
Yeah.
And when he brought it into the Freedom Factory, he popped it up and he wheelied the monster truck so the guy could read "Hell yeah, brother"
Okay, that is
on the roof.
That is quite cool. I like
That was.
That's good.
I was suitably impressed with that. Oh, sorry, Willie.
Yeah, give a shit.
No. Wizzy is going to fuss, just so you're aware,
Yeah, it's
in case the chat is worried.
it's some good old boys. They make out they're good old boys. They're not really. He was a law student, and he chucked it in to go drag racing, and has made a living at it. And well, it's quite staggering. Some of the differences that that I didn't realise in drag racing. Absolutely fascinating.
Megan's
Nothing to do
just
with
raiding
whiskey,
the
by the
cupboard.
way.
What would you rate this out of 10, Dave, as far as the neat side of things go? Compared to the others so far.
I mean, this is the portiest, if that's a word.
Okay. Well, we haven't. To be fair, he and I have asked this every single time. Of the 4 you've had so far, what was your favourite, Dad?
Oh, good lord!
You've had Dalmore. You've had
Glenmorangie, Dalmore.
You've had your Talisker, a different one,
different
and you've
Talisker and
had
Bushmills.
Bushmills.
and Port, obviously.
Personally, the Bushmills.
Yeah.
Because it was less in your face with the flavour.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't need those.
It's a more subtle flavour.
I'm kind of in. I agree with you. So I do sit with ABV wise. Usually, I find that 46 is where I normally end up somehow.
Yeah.
But in this, you don't need the 46 because port, as we've noticed, even though it's only half the strength.
Yeah.
So do I need higher strength to get that flavour? I want that. I want to taste the port.
It's the flavour.
I can
rather
taste.
than the
Yeah.
strength.
Exactly. So we're on to the last one. This one is a January treat I bought 2 years ago, and it was a punt because I had it on my Amazon wishlist for years.
Yeah.
And because it comes in a wooden fire-shaped case.
It's delightful.
It's limited to 28,000 bottles. Oh, no, it's less than yours, isn't it? Rarer than your one.
I can't remember which way order. One was like 20-something thousand, one was 17,000. I can't remember which way around it was.
Okay, it might be the other way around. Might be yours is rarer, but I bought it as a punt because I was like, it looked so cool in its
Yeah.
case.
It's a treat for the eyes.
It is.
Yes, and it may not be a flavour thing.
Does your dad know the other element of this? The Instagram side.
Okay, so on Instagram, I took one of the fanciest. I polished up one of the copper tables at the pub I cleaned, right?
Yeah.
Right by the fire burner.
Seen the picture.
Right, it looks
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Dave empties his freezer, and I have to then blur out all the edges and put some random cubes in it. Who got more likes? The one, the artsy fartsy, or David's bullshit?
David's bullshit freezer.
And you're right.
Yeah.
I was so angry.
Yeah.
I spent 10 minutes cleaning that table because I normally takes me a minute.
You
I
can't-
did it 4 times to make it so good.
Yeah.
And you know what the funnier part was? It got better because every time I make a concerted effort at that pub to clean it, next day I get a complaint about something else that's not related. Yeah, I got one about something else that I've never done in 10 years of cleaning the place. And I'm like, my reply to them was, "You effing what? What on earth is that?" And they never replied. I was like, All right, then. I guess it wasn't a job then. You just made something up. I swear you just wrote contrafibularity and hoped for the best. You tossers.
Did you not say if your appendage stays reintegral?
Shut up. Anyway, Dave and I are going to be having a glass of Highland Park Fire because it's based on... We found out by fluke. It comes with a booklet.
So purely Meg found out.
I don't even know how this happened. I was scrolling through things and I just stumbled across Highland Park Fire again and it said port cask and I was like, wait.
Hang on, wait, what?
I literally had to tap back and go, what? So I went and grabbed the booklet it came with and it does say port cask. And I was like, Dave, we're doing a port cask finish. Thank you, Michael, for saluting my father.
Yeah.
We stand the eldom. Don't call him that. But we were doing the list of the stream whiskies, and I was like, Dave, we're gonna have to feature this one. We have no choice.
Yeah, we were. Meg was at a quandary because he really wants to do the Angel's Envy.
Yeah, the American Angel's Envy.
But when we discovered that this one was eligible, we were like, well, yeah, but we can't not.
We have featured.
It's a half-empty bottle that's like 200 quid.
We have featured it on a stream called Fire and Ice, which is on this channel. It is in the playlist, in fact. But when I first bought it, I remember getting Dave, brother-in-law, friend of the family. We all had a glass. I don't think they realised how good it was, but Dave and I enjoyed our steak thoroughly with it.
It was.
Dave went back for second, thirds, and fourths.
This may be another bottle that Dave has had more of than Meg.
Yeah. Anyway, so while we have a glass of that, my dad is going to have a glass of Penderyn Headliner, and he'll be the first person to have it. It hasn't even been opened. It's rum cask and
Jealous!
Well,
I've licked it.
Do you care?
Do I care?
Right. And there's always still a
Look
chance.
at my face. Is it?
Catherine Tate vibes here.
Man.
And I'm starting to get some slightly chavvy vibe too.
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Face bothered? Nah.
So yeah, my dad's going to have a glass of the Penderyn Headliner, which is a rum cask and a port cask. Dave, if he feels good afterwards, he might have a glass as well. It comes. Look at that; it's all wrapped up in paper as well.
I think it's unlikely.
Well, it's 46%.
I don't have to drive tonight.
This one's I have work all day, so I have to be careful. But I'll have a glass. I'll sleep well.
Parent tomorrow, but I don't have to drive.
But this is 45.2. It's also quite weak. The headliner is 46, so it sits again that higher.
It's again. No,
I'm not going to break the seal.
Well, it's one of the things where we have to mention it because it's interesting what it does to the flavour.
Yeah,
because don't forget here the reductive and the insanity that comes from 65%. Yeah, there's such a massive difference in intensity.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's why some people prefer.
Thank you, Daniel, for linking.
Thank you.
We were on holiday, and at the restaurant that we went to, they would give you a complimentary glass of ouzo to finish your meal.
He goes first.
I've just had the bottle confiscated.
He gets to smell it first. He gets to taste it. He's sniffing.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Do I actually do this?
Don't even fucking dare.
I was going to put the cork in my mouth like a dummy.
Please, I beg you, don't.
Yeah, as a finisher, we were given a complimentary glass of ouzo.
Oh, ouzo, I like ouzo.
Made by the owner of the restaurant.
I like ouzo.
Single or
And
double?
we said, this is... Oh, I'll have a double.
Yeah, you will.
We said, this is delightful.
Really twisted
It's
your
so
arm.
smooth, etc. He said, I make it myself. It's 26%.
Deceptive.
It was
very
lovely.
amber.
Yeah.
Bought some. It was a much higher percentage. It was nowhere near as nice.
No.
Yeah. I like
A
ouzo.
bit swings around. I love ouzo.
Yeah,
we
ouzo.
loved ouzo.
I like aniseed though, so I'm always
Yeah.
good with that stuff. Give me licorice every day.
Oh, hello.
That smells. Dad's got the Penderyn Headliner. It smells great. Dave is very jealous.
Hello.
Hey, there's nothing saying you might not get a glass. Don't even try. You're too skinny, bitch. You do
I'll
not.
tell you how nice it was, Dave.
Hang
I'll
on.
do
Very,
you a
very,
favour.
very kind of you.
Hang on. You're saying that, but Dave doesn't drink lemonade, so he's sit there like you just committed sacrilege.
Yeah, how dare you.
Just while you're doing that,
Get that
just
shit
middle
out of my
just
whiskey.
stick your middle finger at him and just make him know it's yours, not his. I'll put down here so Dave doesn't touch it again.
Let me just lick my finger.
Right. Anyway, I'm going to get the booklet by the way for the next fire. Pull the fire, you tosser. We've got stuff to do. So, Highland Park Fire Edition. Thank you.
Oh, that came fast.
Well, it's not the first time you said that.
Oh, that's smooth.
Highland Park is proud to release Fire Edition, explores the destruction and rebirth of the world according to Norse mythology. It is based on the fire realm of Muspelheim and Surtur, as opposed to Dave's Ice, which he paid nearly £1,000 for, which could have paid £1,000 for and not including all the fees, which is Niflheim and Sinmara, the ice giant. It says in this booklet, it also talks about the packaging. Oh, 28,000. Yeah, you got the rare one. Yeah. It talks about, so the first part is colour. 100% refilled portwood casks result in natural colour. And I was like, that's got to be a joke. Because whenever I've had it, I'm like, it's a smoky whiskey. I never noticed the port. Because it's just...
No, because the smoke overtakes.
Exactly.
Like Talisker earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this. I did the ice. I bought it from a provider that I've used from the Netherlands before.
Right.
Imported it because it was a good price. Even with the import tax, it was a good price.
How much was it anywhere else?
About $350 minimum, $400 minimum.
I paid $150 for that.
Cool.
Which is a lot, I know.
In the event that I didn't actually
It was a
pay the
one-off
import
treat.
tax.
Compared to the Bushmills 21 that you
Crowdfunded.
got crowdfunded for sherry, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. It's one of those weird things that was a one-off treat, and at that point, I didn't have any collectible whiskies, really, beyond that Jack Daniel's Sinatra.
That is,
I was like,
it's a visual treat.
Exactly. That was another part of it. That was the hook.
Yeah.
And
Second F in the chat for the owner for
I-
having to reset her
I
internet.
literally went to, when Amazon saw it, then I went, buy. And I walked away, and I was like, if I look at that again, I'm going to refund it.
Yeah.
So I waited the next day, and it arrived, and I was like, it arrived with like, on that day, I did everyone's January treats on Amazon.
Yeah.
A single van turns up with all of it.
Oh, right.
60 parcels, and I have to go to work. My older sister, the eldest,
She was mad.
she was mad until I said the following. Some of that's yours, you know. She's like, oh, really? And I was like, then my middle niece that lives here, the middle one, I gave her toys, and she's like, is there any more? And I was like,
Funny that.
Bitch, please.
I'm going to work now. Ta-ta.
Yeah.
I had a 3D printer and stuff. But yeah, so on the nose.
My
oh, go on. Yeah, sorry.
my Highland Park could have cost me about £1,400.
Should have.
Do you ever pay that import?
Could have,
thing?
should have. In fact, it cost me £170 because I never had to pay the import
Yeah.
tax.
Have you
But
ever paid
FedEx wanted me to pay £1,200 of import
Yes,
tax
but-
and duties.
to this day? Have you ever paid it?
No,
Has it ever left your account?
no.
Even though they know it's not meant to be that and they're meant to charge you something much less.
Yeah, even though they've emailed me with the correct invoice and I said, I will pay you on Friday, I went to pay them and it said, this account is under a reevaluation or something. And
All right.
it said that ever since. And I was like,
Happy day.
okay then.
I loved it when he bought it.
Happy day.
How do you think his parents responded?
Oh, I should imagine they were over the moon.
Totally.
Bless these
And
cotton socks.
they were especially over the moon when he said how much it was worth and they found out it was opened.
Yeah, that
'Cause
made their day,
obviously-
didn't it?
We did a stream on it and it was great because it's ice is
Fire
fire
and ice,
is
it was
charred, ice is cask strength. It's so smooth and so strong,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was lovely. It's just a shame we don't get to drink much of it because he hoards it up jealously in Norwich. Anyway, nose.
Chunky to bring, but yeah.
Don't make excuses.
Is it lovely?
It's quite unbecoming. Quite unbecoming of you, oik. Vibrant and intense aromas of ruby red fruits and warm vanilla. That's nope. Complement the fiery bittersweetness.
Smoky
of
smoke
cinnamon.
and smoke what?
Oddly enough, I was getting to that part. It says here, and the smouldering richness of devilishly dark chocolate. Nope.
No. Smoke? Yep.
Sorry, Charlie. I'm a good aim, I promise. I'm
Meg
very
has just
good.
yeeted the book because it's useless.
It's not accurate in
If
the
it had
slightest.
hit him, he wouldn't have noticed.
She
It's
would-
useful
to be
only
fair.
in the sense it tells it was a pork finish.
My dog wouldn't have noticed either.
No.
She would have looked at me and gone, "Where's my food?"
You chuck him a biscuit and it hits him on the head, then he picks it up off the floor.
She will sniff every molecule of it. If the other dogs
And
haven't
another
got to
dog
it
will have
first.
eaten it.
Yeah, if every other dog hasn't got to it first, she might eat it first. Although I did throw a piece of ham on the floor and she saw it coming. I've never seen her move. So she's the fastest dog in the house when she wants to be.
Yeah.
Like she
And
she's
the absolute slowest when she
well,
doesn't.
Yeah, no, she's faster than the other Cavalier because the other Cavalier only has initial sprint straight. She can turn. So she has the average.
Yeah, the other
speed.
Cavalier does understeer quite a lot.
Oh God, yeah.
There you go.
Your dad needs to be on these streams more often. No. I am nervous enough.
Someone recognises quality.
Shut up, Paula. Don't do this to me.
Time her out. Someone time her out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Absolutely lovely.
So Penderyn headline is good.
Yeah,
Because
really
I've yet
nice.
to find a dud. Although I did have
Does
a.
this mean we're still
Yeah,
yet to find a dud
to be fair,
Penderyn?
I don't think Penderyn have made a dud.
There is one I have
But
a.
as was pointed out to me years ago, it is a young whiskey.
I have one gripe with it, and it's the one you know about because they did a peated version, but it's like the Who Dark Pulteney where it's done in peated cask, isn't it? And it just
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's good if you like a peated whiskey, but it's not.
It's not right.
If you go with an Isla, you've got that.
Yeah.
So it's still good whiskey, but it's just not. It's not their strength.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I 100% agree with you. Light and fruity is
Yeah.
Penderyn's strength.
I'm looking forward to trying the Patagonia one when we get to
They
that.
are delightfully light and fruity. I think they're
So
fantastic.
Dave's parents went to the Argentinian cruise thing, South American
Yeah,
cruise.
South America,
But
But they
Argentina.
couldn't get any Argentinian whiskey because obviously we have the Falklands still. And so instead
Malvinas, don't mention it.
they gave them money to buy Penderyn Patagonia. Patagonia is Argentina.
Yeah.
So he has this
Penderyn
beautiful
have
wooden
a
box with
mini distillery in
Argentinian
Argentina.
Welsh whiskey in it. Also, fun fact, you might like this. So this
Yeah.
this Israeli whiskey.
Yes, we are
He's
having
exquisite.
a good geography lesson here, people.
Could you? I don't know if you can read, Dad, but
That's a bit harsh.
I don't know if you can pick yourself up on
I don't know if you can read, Dad.
For a backhander from the shelf.
What does it say at the back there, Dad? Israeli whiskey.
Importer for UK, Welsh Whisky Company, Penderyn.
Yes, our Israeli
Penderyn
whiskey
bottler.
has been imported by Messrs. Penderyn and
So
Co.
Yeah.
this is
Funny, that.
it's an exclusive whiskey
Yeah.
to the UK, and Penderyn bottle it.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's
Yeah.
one of the best things.
I wonder
about
if
it.
the
Like,
other one says the same.
I don't want to find out it's an Isla. Actually, no, it probably won't. It's an Isla.
I'm intrigued now.
I'm not opening it.
No.
The only thing to be said about the Argentina.
Meg is being mean.
And it's a quote from the RAF. So
I vote-
target-rich environment.
I vote yes, more Dad as well. My dad is only here for the weekend, and we've only got Dave's going home on Friday, so sadly there aren't many options
Yeah.
for streaming.
Well,
Saturday.
if there are enough votes, Dad can return.
Hey, this is not a democracy. This is a whiskeytocracy.
Totalitarian theocracy. We all believe in one thing: the single malt.
It's if you can make it seem like a democracy, when in actual fact,
That's what we call communism, isn't it? Isn't that just what it is?
I think that's actually first past the post British.
Sounds like American politics,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's a republic.
Yeah.
Democratic
Democratic
republic.
Republic.
if you can make the people think it's a democracy, then you're halfway
Yeah.
there.
So
I'm
it's
gonna-
basically British because we're an elective dictatorship.
Dictatorship. This is interesting because I haven't had this in a while, and this tastes a lot sweeter than I remember, but I can still taste the smoke. I don't think Meg's nerves could take it. You're quite right, Leona. My nerves can't, but I will admit there is a natural rapport between the three of us. There was, to be
And
fair,
Dad might just do it just to piss him off.
to be fair, there was a natural rapport at the wedding at Ramstein,
Yeah.
and when we hung out here.
For sure.
Obviously, I know there was an extra person, and she's missed.
Sadly missed.
Yes, she is very much missed because obviously the four of us, great times together drinking.
You're not wrong. You're not
Although I
wrong.
will admit, I'm still slightly irked by the fact I never got to tell her that when we were at Ramstein and I was clearly lolling, it was because my antidepressant kicked in and I was tired, not because of the drinks I'd had.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had much, and I was doing this, and I'm like, the moment she yawned,
Yeah.
I went, "You're looking tired there. You should go to bed." And then she went to bed, and I was like, "Yes."
It's like the one time Meg was having to go to bed and he realised he was sleeping on the turned around front seat of a minivan, essentially, and he was
I
like,
slept for 2 hours and then tried to work out for about 4 hours how to open the sodding door.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
I couldn't.
in the dark without waking me up, who's on
Yeah,
the seat
so
next to him.
I can get past him if he's sleeping without waking him up. I did in the hotel.
The premier, he literally left the room and I had no idea. I
Yeah.
got up and had a shower and was like, oh, he's not here, okay.
Well, no, I was outside with coffee. So after Dragon
You
Force,
turned up a minute after I went in the shower, pretty much.
I went downstairs and paid for a buffet to eat full English. I was like,
Oh,
"Stop."
cool.
And then he was still asleep, so I went to Costa. I went and got coffee and hot chocolate, and I came back and I couldn't because he had a key card on the inside still in.
Oh, you can't get back in. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I stood there for 10 minutes.
He
and
messaged
then
me,
He got,
and I
he got
looked.
my message. And I was like, coffee?
I've been in the. It's like you messaged me 8 minutes ago. I've been in the. I went in the shower 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. But to be fair, I only got weird looks from the cleaners. I did offer them biscuit. They weren't.
That's probably why they gave you a weird look.
I was trying to diffuse the
Was
Someone
it
didn't
situation.
offer them my coffee.
I mean, I didn't lick my lips and go, "Oh, a biscuit. It's in my pocket. Do you want it?" First past the post in Canada as well. Well, that's unfortunate, Bri. Considering how the go. Oh, you're talking politics. I don't care. No offense to who's a Democratic Republic? Yes. No one.
Apparently,
America.
yeah.
Is a dictatorship that has fooled the majority.
The people want more Elder Meg. There is no Elder Meg here. There is my dad though.
I've been called worse.
Yes, a chav.
Yeah, by my son.
Dave didn't disagree though, so technically he did by extension.
Yeah, okay.
I would love, right, considering how well spoken his father is and farmerish at the same time. I'd love for him to call his dad a chav to his face and just let me be in the room.
My dad wouldn't know what that was.
Yeah, but the thing is,
There's a look of mild confusion.
Dave is pedantic enough, and he really is, that he'll explain it, and then his dad will probably go, "You what?"
Yeah, but he won't backhand him, will he? Like I would.
Dave's too fast. It's really irritating. He's got those springy ankles, not the knees, but the ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His body's starting to fail a little bit. Can't work out. He can't get
It's like
swallowed.
I live on an airbed for 4 months of the year.
Sounds like a you problem. Get a bigger car and put a bed in it.
Hey, I said about getting a tent box, and your sister told me I was an idiot.
Hang on, was that like that?
I think that's a wizard idea.
That was my idea for
hang on,
camping,
wait,
was a
wait.
tent box.
Yeah.
Do you mean like James May's rocket on the top of a car?
No, I mean a proper tent box
I
that
don't know
just
what
goes
that
on my
is.
roof rack. It's basically, it goes on your roof rack as a
Oh.
solid base, and it folds out with like a ladder that's a
I
support,
didn't know that.
and it's a tent.
That's like a trailer
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
She get one.
And
Tried
your
to-
sister told me I was not
essentially-
allowed to do that. That wasn't proper camping.
I'm sorry,
Trailer
hang on.
tent on a roof.
I know. With
I think a
every
wizard idea.
girlfriend you've had, you've been pistol whipped because you're a bitch for pussy. But she's not. You're not dating my sister. So get the fucking tent, you cuck.
Yeah, but I don't know how to camp, so I was taking advice from the person that went camping.
Don't be a silly sausage and flip like a sausage. Don't be a silly sausage and get a bloody.
With respect, Dave, you're taking advice from people that go camping that have no idea what they're doing.
No, they're worse. They're worse because when they go camping, I tell them, "Have you written every inventory down?" No, we've got everything. Okay,
Are
bye.
you sure?
Goes and then
Hour
text
later,
message
Dave comes
through.
back.
Yeah.
Message comes through. Oh look, Meg was right. I'm going back to work. See you later.
Can you please bring?
Yeah.
X number.
Dave
of
comes back.
everything.
Yeah, can you please get this ready? Dave's coming back for more stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so busy. Time check. We're okay at the moment. Unless Dad is. You okay?
Sorry.
Someone's done time check. We usually do one around the 3-hour mark, and it's 2.5
That's
hours at the
fine.
moment.
2.5
So,
hours. We're good.
are you okay at the moment?
We are fine.
Yeah.
We are kind of in your
we normally-
bedroom, so you
The
know.
lights are on. There's no one home. But don't
Although,
worry about that.
although a plumpy check might be due soon.
I've messaged. I've been told I will be informed when
All right.
Plumpy is required.
All right, because
Don't
usually
worry.
my sister asks for plumps around this time.
Oh really?
All right, I'm
Yeah.
organised.
Okay.
It's weird. Anyway, we're going to carry on. What do you think of this one so far,
Smelly
Dave?
fat dog staying where he is.
All the
Don't worry
fire.
about that.
To be fair, it's sweeter than I thought
Yeah.
it was, I remember, but I'm comparing it to the others, and again, it's not what I envisioned. Now that I've had a glass of port and I thoroughly enjoyed it, no cheese,
We're
shut
at the end
up.
of the night on a glass of port, aren't we? At this rate,
Oh, you don't want the Penderyn
we're
headliner?
not worth a port stream.
Not worth a port. I like that. That's all right. But since it's a whiskey
Could be-
show, you can
could
fuck
be-
us right off.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
I'm still
I'm-
salty that I liked it.
I've still got to do 15 seconds, haven't
Yeah,
I?
Get on it. Come on.
Fine, there you go.
Open your mouth and oh, let me touch your throbbing vein.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't touch it. Hang on. There you go. Now you're 3 seconds behind, but I don't care.
Mm, mm, mm,
Right.
Mhm.
Actually, no, 'cause it might be not.
It's an SCP, isn't it? It's someone else's problem.
mm,
Dog has to go.
Oh, dog, yes. You can pass it to me, please. Just lift under arms, front arms.
Sorry, literally as I started doing that, I got the message that said that the dog was required. And I was trying to mime.
One arm under the chest.
I had to do the Team America secret signal for Meg's dad to notice to understand what was going on.
He's trying to explain to me how to pick a dog up. I can't pick Charlie up like that, so I assumed I'd pick it up normal.
So I had a mouthful of whiskey I couldn't do anything with, and I was trying to signal to people that weren't paying attention that I needed a dog to go out the door.
We actually just thought he was having a bit of a fit.
Right, that was... Other than the dog problem, that was very nice. It's warming, it's a long finish, it's very fruity when you hold it for that long. Yeah. That was really... I don't think she could have timed that better. Literally, as I took that in the mouth and you pressed play, it came up, and I was like, oh.
I had no idea. No. I'm sorry, but how many people... How am I meant to get the...
I was like...
I thought he was having a bit of a panic attack, frankly.
You wouldn't have looked out of place at the back of a bus looking in a window.
It's a bit harsh.
Am I wrong?
It's a bit harsh.
Demonetised. Am I wrong?
Hashtag
You're not wrong,
blame
but it's
Meg's
a bit
sister.
harsh.
Don't die, David. That's not in the site. Oh, yeah, well. I'm in the same boat. Can't stand wine, love port. So it's annoying because I'd never had port. I genuinely, knowingly
Who
had
knew?
port. Yeah.
Who knew?
To be fair, you didn't mind it.
Assumed.
Yeah.
Assumed
I was
it was going to be like wine,
I was
which
expecting-
I know I don't like.
I don't like red wine. I can stomach some white, but only like in certain instances. And rosé I like, which isn't really wine, I know, but you know.
Thing of it is, to be honest, how many different red wines have you tried?
I've had a few and I hated all of them.
Oh, okay, fair play.
I've had a few. The annoying thing is,
I've tried a couple and
Yeah.
said I don't like red
so
wine.
I've had, most of them were Cabernet Sauvignons, and I just thought they sucked. The
Yeah.
annoying thing is, again, the red wine cask finishes that are Cabernet Sauvignon or Spanish Grenache, lovely.
Right, Sherry adored Merlot.
I remember Merlot because it makes me
Yeah.
Merlin, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I've tried it. It's not offensive, but it's not for me.
I remember saying I like
But then
what
I would have said
Good
that
evening,
about
Sarah.
port.
I remember saying once or twice that I didn't. My first like bottle of wine I ever had at university was a Black Tower. Housemate of mine challenged me to drink to neck it. Well, no, it was my second night of university. What do you think happens to that wine? Neck it. All right, Meg sends it. Gone. And then I spent the rest of the evening talking to a girl from Guernsey, and I'm like, I know all about Guernsey. Tell me about it.
The thing is, when I was young, there were two colours of wine.
Yeah.
There was Black Tower and there was Blue Nun.
Yeah.
Was it?
I've heard of Blue Nun. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
That was about all there
So,
was.
the thing is, the Black Tower thing was just the bottle was what I'd buy at Vortex. It was cheap.
yeah.
But then later in the year, people introduced me to like Jacob's Creek stuff and Pinot Grigio and Shiraz, and I was like,
yeah.
Wolf Blast.
can someone just give me a bottle of Grolsch instead? Because this stuff's shit.
Yeah.
Although I didn't like that either, to be honest.
But wine drinkers like certain types of wine.
Hello, Sarah. Hope you're
Like,
well.
Sherry loved Merlot.
Yeah.
The rest of it, she didn't.
Yeah.
The bottle of gin you've given me is actually just
So-
behind the bar, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Lovely.
sat in the corner.
Yeah, don't
Just
know.
down there, yeah.
That was her
See,
last-
I
that was her
when I
last
was
bottle
younger,
of
I
Rhubarb
used to like.
ginger.
Rhubarb and ginger, I think I had a glass of that with her.
By
so-
younger, I
well,
mean
once when I had it,
underage.
yeah. Barbecue.
I used to like white wine, but when I matured, I
It is
transferred
quite
to red.
To be fair, there's a dryness with it that makes it easier for me to drink. But then I will usually chase it with water because it's too dry. It goes well with fish.
It's all swings
Fish,
and
chicken,
roundabouts.
yeah.
I would say, in general, I don't like wine.
Yeah.
And I assumed
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
I wouldn't like a fortified wine.
So I will tell you,
Oh, how wrong was I?
I've had
And that's not even a
genuine-
good fortified wine, as far as I'm aware.
The annoying thing is I've had genuine anxiety about getting to try the port because I was genuinely worried I was going to spit it onto my keyboard of a very expensive laptop. I was genuinely worried that I was going to have a very volatile reaction.
I was
And then
not.
I
'cause you
drank
have a
it, and the
sweet
first thing I
tooth.
thought was, oh, that's all right then.
The thing of it is what we've tried is a fairly standard.
That is like the cheapest port they sell in Tesco.
Absolutely.
Not going to complain.
So it kind of opens up a world of
I'll happily drink it.
Yeah.
Different ports.
Yeah.
They do proper like
Oh.
aged ports and stuff.
Hello.
You can spend 40, 50
and
quid
the
on a lot
people
of
that
port.
like port would laugh at what we tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're trying the Tesco
It's literally
value.
11 quid from Tesco, yeah.
Yeah. Where you need to try a proper bottle. It's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dave, read the last message in the chat, please. I don't know that word.
Perspicacious pop pop.
I don't know what that is.
No, no way.
I'm very well, Sarah. Hope you're well too. I was a bit nervous earlier having my father join, but he seems to have integrated well.
Yeah, one of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Six drinks does that though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does tend to. By the time you're 6 doubles in, you're generally integrating well.
Did you want to send this and have a crack at the Pandaren?
No and yes.
Cool. Send it.
Send.
Come on.
Give it the full
Oh.
send.
So, right, I'm going to say this now. As a smoky shot, that's fine. As a port shot, no. I'm putting that back. Is this the Pandaren one or not? Yeah.
Yeah.
The fancy thing about this box is the magnetic connector on the back.
Oh, very
That's what
nice
makes
indeed.
it such a nice fit.
It's a whole visual thing, isn't it?
That's why I wanted it.
Yeah.
I wanted something I could show off, and then me and Dave
Yep.
had multiple glasses, and we're like,
The ice is in the same thing, just different colours.
oh,
Gotcha.
yeah, because we were going to, because I remember you saying you preferred the black
Yeah.
on mine, and I like his was more natural wood
Mine's
colour.
like a beach kind
Okay.
of colour.
It was treated pine essentially. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked his, but then I realised fire works better with black.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Water?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to bring us back here. This is obviously the image. I'll bring us back. Oh, I'm not allowed to. There we go. Back to the bar. I haven't got a picture of my dad for this. What a shame.
Just as well, frankly, I've got a face for radio.
I
Your
like to
sister's
tell,
just
I like to
laughing at me.
film on someone called Joseph Merrick, because Joseph Merrick was the Elephant Man.
He was indeed, yeah.
Yeah, I tell everyone that's what I am. I really like to sell myself high.
Yeah. Set the bar high, then
Ref-
no one's disappointed.
Reflection, perfection. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Would David like to? We're going to do one more because, well, Dave definitely wants to try it, and I don't feel so bad, so I'm actually all right.
Let's be honest, he's drooling. Let's get that cleared up.
Anything involving Pandaren, he will lick the outside and the inside. He'll get his tongue in that bottle as deep as he can.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he has a fetish. And to be fair, when we did the Pandarens when you saw our stream,
I don't have a
We
Pandaren and I
weren't-
have a problem.
we weren't remotely like, we weren't even half cut. That was a strange. We had singles for all of them, yes.
Yeah.
But it was still, no, we did double one of them. No, two. Celt, Legend, Myth. We did about 9 shots essentially,
I think we did
but it was deceptively.
Celt and...
It was so good,
Did we do Rich Oak?
Yeah.
but we weren't drunk. We
No.
just had food poisoning or illness or something.
Something like that,
Yeah, that was the weekend I had food poisoning. I got from your niece and I ended up in hospital.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when I ended up in
that was a
hospital.
few days later, yes, yeah.
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 Oiga Camarero.
Yeah.
I'm parched. I'm thirsty. In fact, what the f are you doing? Stop
I'm trying
stop
to drink water.
dilly-dallying.
Well,
Come on,
stop giving me water.
that's your
Why?
fault.
Oh, yeah, because you're lightweights, yeah.
See, you get it. You get it. He gets it. Although I would point out, I've been stood up for 2 hours 39 minutes, and my legs are still fairly firm. You're sat down. Your whiskey legs will hit you hard.
Yeah, but next time stands up, he's not going to stand up for long.
I need to move about 3 feet. I'm fine.
I've done that before. What? Oh, the cork came off. It's very dry though, isn't it?
There was no pop.
It's dry though. Look at it.
Yeah.
So I've done that before in a pub in Norwich. I played bowling with some friends. I
Uh-huh.
smashed them to smithereens because I was good at bowling back then. And Dave can attest.
Yeah.
The only way you could ever flummox me was a greasy burger. My fingers could never grip the ball then.
Oh, okay.
They did me on.
That's a low move.
They did it to me on purpose, knowing the burger was greasy. And then I went to bowl, and the ball left my hand. I'm like, I spent 10 minutes washing my hands. I still couldn't
I
get it off.
liked that.
I
move.
couldn't get it off my hands.
That wasn't deliberate at all, was it?
I couldn't get the grease off my hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bowled with some other friends I used to work with, and we were doing whiskey. I was doing like a pint and then a whiskey afterwards. And I hadn't moved until it was my turn to do the rounds. There were 5 of us. So 4 pints later, I'm the last person, 4 doubles of various whiskies. And I've got up and gone, oh shit! Straight down. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Sounds familiar, like when I fell out the hot tub.
I've heard about that. You told
My
me.
balance is going. I'll put
Yeah.
my hand out on this chair. The chair was a dog, and he buggered off and left me alone.
Let's see. Let's go, Dad. No, don't start enabling my dad there, Sarah. And no, we're not drunk, Jake from State Farm.
You see, you know where the real talent lies, Sarah.
Don't start that. He'll get an ego and he'll start acting like a.
See, the thing is,
close
this is how I
He's
started.
only-
I was a bit part character and came on for one
He's
stream.
only on the internet. I've been on TV.
Antiques Roadshow doesn't count.
I was going to say Time Team. You was what you dug up with me.
We're not gonna-
Oh, what was her name? I've forgotten her name.
Clearly something important.
Damn.
I'm going to have a drink.
Bear with
now.
us while Meg's dad attempts to remember something.
She's been in the news because she's taken herself away to end her own life.
Oh, Dignitas.
To Dignitas.
Ah, Canada have those capture ones, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've forgotten her name. Oh, that's embarrassing.
You'll remember eventually,
Yeah.
but apparently it's a family trait.
Probably about 3 in the morning, I shall wake up and remember. Oh yes, it's Gloria Honeyford. Just remembered it.
Just technically, you know. Thing is, I've done that with names. I can remember things from like when I was 2 years old in Crawley, and I've
Yeah.
done this with you. I've said it outright. What happened then?
Yeah.
I can remember so many things. Can I remember a sodding name? No.
Gloria Honeyford.
I can't remember anyone's names.
I'm
I'm the worst for it.
I was on her TV show,
I don't remember anyone's names.
but they
Though.
changed the show
I remember her, by the way.
the day that I went there. I arrived there, went in the green room, and they said, "Oh, by the way, we've changed the show." And I was like, "Oh."
If you try and turn my father into a YouTube or social media influencer, I will kill somebody.
No, I have the face for radio and the voice for silent movies. It's not going to happen. I have seriously thought about doing a YouTube channel with the Darrowboat thing, but maybe not.
It's fine. You're less nasal than I am.
You're Charlie Chaplin's body triple.
Now you're making fat jokes. It's unbecoming.
I'm just saying, if he did a
And
stunt
mocking
did
your
it
lack of
multiple
moustache
times,
at the
you
same
could do it
time.
all at once. That's all I'm saying.
Not intentionally. I've probably done most of his stunts, but never intentionally.
Although at least you don't walk like him with the feet like out wide.
I feel like it after driving however many miles I've driven.
Your
today.
ankles do naturally
Yeah.
want to twist back, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a drink, by the
And
way.
Oxford
The
is a pain
joys
in
of
the
not
arse.
having cruise control.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Is it not cruise
So this
control
is
in there?
the Penderyn
No.
headliner,
Oh.
yes? So for those
It
who are
is.
curious, we're doing
Yes.
this as a bonus round. Since my dad has a
Bonus
glass of it
round.
with lemonade and Dave and I have it neat. This is one I hid from Dave. He didn't know I had, and I know he wants it. It is a Welsh whiskey finished in rum cask and in port cask, and it has on the side tasting notes. It says here for the nose, red berry, strawberries and cream, a hint of cranberries, light oak and vanilla, nutmeg and cinnamon spice. Wrong glass for it, but it smells like Welsh whiskey.
I like to keep a certain person out of trouble here, but I feel like I may have to get her in trouble to acquire this.
Yeah.
She'll steal it if I ask her. Special powers.
I would actually break her jaw. Palate. Rich, sweet flavours of dried fruit, salted caramel, floral honey, and a spicy kick of black pepper, and with a tannin dryness. Hang on, we'll get a tannins. You've got 30 minutes there.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
straight out.
Yeah.
A little bit savoury, but I wouldn't.
Oh,
None,
so
of
it's
that,
sip,
He's already gone, so.
none of that
Slanty.
sounds.
It tastes like a Penderyn.
Yeah, it tastes like a Penderyn.
The thing is, what annoys me is I love Scotch whiskey, but Welsh Penderyn, I've not had Aberfoyle's yet, which
No,
is
we haven't had
hilarious.
that.
Aberfoyle's is Welsh, but for the longest time it couldn't be called that because it was bottled in England.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had to move their bottling factory to Wales, otherwise they couldn't
Oh,
be
okay.
called. Yeah,
Yeah, because like Japan have implemented a set of rules for what makes something Japanese.
Yeah,
The Welsh
yeah.
have done the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like Ginster and their pasties.
Yes.
you mean they're blasphemy? Yes.
Yes, they're
Um,
blasphemies, but they've moved their factory
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Cornwall.
Well, they had no choice. They definitely weren't pasties.
They're not.
No.
Oh, no,
Anyway.
I wouldn't give them my dog.
I wouldn't give them to someone who was dead.
No.
I wouldn't give them to a corpse. I wouldn't give them to my worst enemy. I wouldn't give them to a nonce. I just don't think anyone's worth suffering that. But this tastes like a fantastic, another really nice, sweet, slightly savoury
Yep.
Welsh whiskey. Thing is, I love Scotch whiskey. I love the variety and all the flavour profiles, but Irish and Wales are so consistent.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to include England because,
100%.
again, the English whiskey...
Well, after all, English is the best Scotch.
Yes.
To be fair, if I knew more about Scotch, I would be able to tell an Irish and a Welsh blind.
The thing with the Irish and Welsh,
Because
though...
I'd have a stab at it now.
You'd probably tell that it was
probably not be that great.
not English or Scottish.
So-
The Irish and the Welsh.
Yeah.
The thing with the English, the Welsh,
They're
and
hard to pick between.
the Irish and the Welsh one's tricky because Irish is triple distilled and very smooth.
Yeah.
Penderyn is not triple distilled yet
But
insanely
insanely
smooth.
Yeah.
because it's so young.
Yeah. But it's just
Lovely.
I am
It's
waiting
quality.
for like a 10-year-old Penderyn to come out or something like that. Just them to
They've
launch
got
an
some-
age statement and be
they've
like,
got a cast
"Hello."
strength and Oloroso cast strength, haven't they? I'd like to try those at some point.
I think, yeah, you're going to be waiting
a while.
a little while.
They've got some famous
I don't
names
know,
back
I
in them.
don't know that it's going to improve because
How
I
would you
quite
improve on high
like
standard?
it as it is.
Yeah.
How do you improve on a high standard?
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
we only came across it as a punt. We used to play FIFA a lot.
Yeah.
And we originally bought a bottle of Jameson's. Yeah, some dickhead Nasda or Morrison's. Was it Asda Morrison's?
Asda.
Yeah.
You generally
Told us
frequented,
he
didn't
said,
we?
it's not Jameson's, it's Jameson's.
Yeah,
And
because
he and I were
Morrison's
like,
Church of Penny asked to park
he and
out.
I looked at him and went, you
Yeah,
fucking
right.
what, mate?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and then
Right,
after
yeah.
we finished it, and we then were like, well, let's buy a different bottle to, when we play FIFA, we score and you have a sip, a victory sip.
Victory Zip.
We then would do multiple victory sips, plateau, and then we'd do really badly after a while and blame it on the
Funny
game.
that.
Blame it on the game.
FIFA is scripted, people.
Yeah. We blame it on the game, not on the
right.
controllers. And then when we finished Jameson's,
I mean, the R2 button did stick after a while. We weren't able to sprint.
we sprint, what's that? So we instead moved on to another whiskey and we found Penderyn. I think it was because of you. We chose Penderyn.
Yeah.
Because
It
we
was
just
good.
it was a punt. But it was the old bottle design. The
Yeah,
one that looked like the legend bottle.
it looked good.
I tried it for the first time because of we were in Cardiff.
Stop calling my dad granddad.
I am a granddad. I'll hold my hands up.
Shut it.
We were in Cardiff and we walked into a whiskey shop
Yeah.
and there's a Welsh whiskey. We're in Cardiff. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me!
I've still got a bottle, one left of the whiskey from cider casks.
Oh yeah.
One bottle in the fridge. It's been there for
You
a
mean
while.
the cider of the whiskey cask.
Cider cask whiskey. Yeah, sorry, I can never get the name right.
Cider from the whiskey cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got them.
crikey.
Got one left. I kept forgetting that. I keep getting the wrong way
Yeah.
around. I kept doing that even when sober.
Yeah.
But we got one left in the fridge.
Yeah,
and
we
were
keep
meant to.
forgetting it's there,
yeah,
don't
we
we?
keep forgetting. We were meant to have it with
that
steak.
was from Napton.
But it's really
Napton Cidery.
when I opened
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
it baffled me because I was like, I don't do fizzy. So I opened it and I was like, wait, what? It didn't fizz, and I'm like,
No.
Dave, we can drink this.
Proper cider.
Proper
Yeah.
cider.
Yeah.
Proper cider from the Napton
Nice.
Cidery.
Nice scrump quality about it. I liked it.
It is lovely stuff.
Oh,
Nice
actually,
it
we've
was,
got one
well
whole
done.
bottle left. I'm quite happy with it. It's, Can't complain.
Where were you steak, I believe?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
thought it did.
It goes
Yeah.
well with steak.
We forgetting to have it with the
Yeah.
steak.
Well, it's because this time round we couldn't because we had the stream on the
Yeah.
Saturday. We need to try and do it when there's a less heavy stream.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, steak night generally
Doesn't work on a Saturday. if we're
blends
doing
with a
that.
stream night, which makes extra alcohol a problem.
Unless you move the stream to a Sunday or something. for
Also,
one night.
apologies to those of you who just had an ad.
Yeah.
Yes, we are back.
Only Pop can tell me no. Shut up, penguin.
Only pop.
Someone's standing you and they're a dickhead. They're trying to troll. I know you are. You give me money. You can't get a refund. Get wrecked. I'm going to go spend it now. No. The Penderyn... How does it work with lemonade, by the way?
Very, very nice.
Because rum works with lemonade.
Yeah, always.
Penderyn,
Rum-
I've never had with lemonade.
Rum, I tend to drink with lime cola.
I mean,
And
yeah.
to excess, I will hold my hands up.
Who cares? You're retired.
But,
you know.
yeah, exactly.
I obviously I'm not going to do the other test because I don't think it's worth it. Of port with lemonade.
I'll give it a bash in the name of science. I don't think it'll improve.
You heard it, people. Clip it. Clip it.
No. I'm not getting the goggles out for that.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll
I'll get
improve
these
it.
goggles instead.
I am quite looking forward to
You too.
an interesting evening spent with my brother and a bottle
Can your
gonna
wrists even twist that far? He just went to do this,
I don't know.
right? And instead he went. For those, make
Good
the
Lord.
do the OK sign with your hand,
Look at
and
that.
then 180 your wrist and make goggles out of it. Dave decided, no, I'm just going to do it flat and put it up to my face, like I'm Batman.
I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
You loser.
That.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to an interesting evening with my brother and a bottle of port.
Well, yeah, you have
Because
something to look forward to, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, get
So
some
if
soon.
nothing
I
else
like
has
that.
come
Cool.
from tonight,
It's nice.
what we have
Kevin
done is establish that
is,
Meg and Meg's dad like
He's a
port.
nice guy.
It annoys me to know now because obviously I genuinely thought I was going to hate. I'm sure many of my audience, because they love me so much, would love to have heard me go, "Oh, that's disgusting." I had the water here, not because I wanted water. I put the water there because I thought I'm going to hate this.
I'm
I
going to have
need
to
this.
rinse.
I'm going to wash my mouth out.
I'm going to
yeah.
wash and spray it in the garden,
Yeah.
along with everything else that comes out my stomach. I'm so annoyed
It's such
because it's nice.
it's such a pleasant surprise.
Honey Bats, yeah. The
I-
man is leaving a fan club the actual
How many-
hosts hate. I'm dying.
Well, it's not that. It's how many years have we missed out on drinking port?
You guys can write off. Fan club for my dad.
Our next stream is going to be audience 1. It'll be Leona.
No. It'll be audience everyone.
Is Meg's dad here?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
We're off. Bye.
Yeah, everyone leave. You can all fuck us right off after you smash the
Get
like.
the fuck ass out of here.
I've set the bar low and consistently failed to reach it.
How is that? I'm sorry. Lowest common denominator. We're all here for Meg's dad.
None of you knew we were going to be here.
You are pricks. You all are
love
pricks.
It. You're annoying him more than I could ever do. Keep it up, people.
He doesn't have to do much to annoy me. You guys just piss me off.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I fucking hate you guys.
Leona, ban them all. Ban them.
Oh,
So-
bless.
I'm glad we're trying this one. I'm not going to do any more after this one, but that is genuinely. I'm glad I hid this from him, by the way, because I know it annoys him that I own it.
Love it.
Thing is, I don't want to. I don't
This is
want.
Damien.
I would love to have a Penderyn collection, but
Yeah.
I've got a lot of whiskey. I don't really want to have another collection, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Whereas Dave has a Penderyn collection, but I have something he doesn't have.
Yeah. His collection's not quite complete then, is it?
There's a couple he doesn't
Oh,
have.
dear.
The thing is, there's a couple others. So Gareth Bale owns.
Incomplete, Dave.
Gareth Bale owns shares in the company.
Really?
He does, and they have another.
Ex-Spurs player, I'd just like to point out.
I know.
Yes, well, we don't talk
yeah.
about that because he barely got fielded with Real Madrid and he has all these Champions League winners medals. I'm like, but you didn't play.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
It was
Now-
like Scott Carson.
He also-
How many Premier League
also-
winners
well,
medals
they
does he
do.
have?
It's hilarious to me that a guy could consistently wear a top knot for his entire career only because he refused to get a hair transplant.
that was a poor start for an idiot.
Yes. But he owns shares in the company. They have a special version written in Welsh, Ima Ohid or something,
Yeah.
which is a football pitch, bottle, box, and all that. About the same
really?
price as that, actually.
Yeah.
But it's a different finish. It's a rye cask finish. The rye cask is quite as American. Rye
Yeah.
is normally quite sharp.
Yeah.
Now, I still want it.
We're looking at savoury again rather
Yeah.
than sweet.
So that's the thing with rye. Rye, I find rye half the time. Not many distilleries got it right, but rye sometimes can feel like a slap to the face. Jura got it right, but it's because it's an
Yeah.
island. It's not.
Yeah.
It's mellow because it's 40%.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
brought if the ABV goes up, I think that gets unbearable.
Yeah, because there isn't really a strong
Brother-in-law,
Jura, is there?
brother-in-law had a bottle of the Jack
Well,
Daniels.
Journey is quite a strong flavour.
It's got
Flavour, yes,
it's-
but ABV.
Yeah,
not
but
so
that's-
much.
ABV,
Yeah.
agreed.
Right, so-
but the flavour,
Jack
Yeah.
Daniels did a single barrel, which is a actually quite nice Jack Daniels. Very fancy bottle. I've owned a bottle of it, in fact. Not here. But they did a rye version. And brother-in-law gave me a glass of that. It's 50%. He gave me a glass in the garage where they used to live.
Yeah.
Right? And I gave him a glass of proper 12, which is like water, really, compared to this. He gave me a glass of it, and he shot it and was like, he was doing all the recoiling noises and faces. And I was like, I didn't know at this point he was a lightweight. So I was like, all right. I did the shot and realised he wasn't making it up. It was horrible. That was long before I actually done him over with the
yeah.
Carolina Reapers and the
Carolina
Tennessee.
Reapers,
Fire!
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was something else entirely.
Fire special edition.
I'm a weird.
Actual flame.
Let's see. You're still my favourite. I thank you, Dessa. No art of his dad. That's just weird. Thank you, Leonie. You're so kind. I'm a weirdo, but I have a limit. Granddad forever. Go F yourself. Words of wisdom from Dad Megon. Shut the fuck you.
Leona, if you want to time the entire chat out, this is one of those times we'll probably be on your side.
I grant consent. I'm not okay with any of this. I'm embarrassed. Can you tell?
You're blown out the water.
Well, we have 20 likes now.
You are all pricks.
Sorry, 21, because I've just liked it. So
I've actually got some friends.
Yes, well done. You can Billy no mates. You're not even on the internet. Don't try.
I'm not.
Permission to
I am
time out.
I am proud of the fact that I have the friends that I have are 3 a.m. friends.
I like friends like that because annoyingly, my only friend that I have is normally asleep.
Hey, to be fair, your number is set to go through my do not disturb.
99%
It will ring.
of my friends, I can ring.
Probably shouldn't tell you that because you're
3
going to
a.m.
fuck me up at 3 a.m. this morning. But
I can ring them at 3 a.m. and they will be getting dressed while we're talking, and it's either loading a gun or grabbing a shovel, because we're either going to make bodies or we're going to bury bodies.
So I know.
They're fine with it.
Now that I know Dave has me on the bypass the do not disturb list, I'm going to call him at 3 a.m. and go, I'm standing outside the whiskey shop. What are you doing?
takes Meg off the do not disturb.
Well, I am. To my friends, I am a 3 a.m. friend.
Oh, I would be too, to be fair. I'm an insomniac, so
100%.
I wake up very easily.
Yeah.
But weirdly, if I do get hit, if I do sleep and no interruption, I can sleep heavy. He's a heavy sleeper. I can get past
With
him
the
without
headphones.
To be fair, without them, I can still get
Although,
down the stairs. Yeah.
Premier
If
in
he's in the living room of the house, I can still get down the stairs without being noticed.
Yeah.
That's the headphones, probably.
I've done it without them before. But
No,
it's
I
only
always wear them in the living room.
I've seen you fumble before, but if I've gotten round you, the only time you've ever really noticed me is if somebody else has made noise first, like kids or my sister, older sister, like the nieces. I walk down the stairs, I can glide.
Yeah.
Whereas they're like, thump,
yeah, no,
thump,
they don't glide.
thump. And I'm stood at the top of the
They're
stairs, like
creeping up on no one.
Leonie, you can't be a 3 a.m. friend. You're in the wrong bloody time zone.
I've stood at the top of the stairs and watched them do this, and I've just gone, if I put my foot on the banisters, I swear I can get past them and no one still notices me.
Yeah.
I've
Whereas
done
I hear
I've
that-
done it to one before. I've slid past her, she's bent down on my feet on both sides of the banister. And she's like,
Because I hear the eldest niece coming. I hear the curtain go. I know when she's coming down.
yeah.
5 in the morning when she needs the toilet, I know she's coming down. So I hear the curtain go.
I have a friend that messaged me a few years ago.
A couple of your friends have told me what they've done for you.
Yeah.
And that
He said then, I will come and get you,
yeah.
but you are 5.5 hours
I remember that because you told me.
from my house.
Yep.
I will come and get you. I
Yep.
will take you where you need to be, but I have to drop you off because I have to go to work.
Is that the story I think it is concerning my mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story because I remember that person.
And that was a guy
Yeah.
that turned up at the funeral and said, I'm wearing what's the dress code? Is it number ones or is it shit shirt? Because I'm going to wear my mankini and I'm going to show you at every time you look at me that I'm wearing a mankini.
Otaku Judas, I am going to ban you from my chat for standing my dad.
What?
He's not the only one. MJ,
Standing my dad.
No, standing fan.
Honey Bats. I think.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I swear there's more people here for your dad than us.
He
at this
doesn't
point.
need an ego. He already has it. By the way, if I wasn't such an introvert, I wish I had more friends because then I wouldn't have someone that would betray me to help stand my father.
I have very, very few friends.
You have more than I do, to be fair.
I know I would count the number of friends on one hand.
I can do better.
Yeah.
Hi.
This is not a win.
Also,
Oh, yeah, because you got
No.
3 families.
no. Oh, well, I meant
These
ours,
guys-
but yeah.
Oh, right, yes. Marvellous. Well,
The
we'll
guys,
finish
the guys
soon.
that I know, and to be fair, I feel privileged to have them as friends are the guys that when there's danger, they run towards it.
Yeah, they're very rare these days. I developed over the years at university. I created my own little list of rules.
Yeah.
So I had loads of friends at university, people I knew play football with, and I did things.
Yeah.
But they were friends, and then over the years, I considered them friends because I desperately wanted them, and I couldn't connect with people, right?
Yeah.
And that's just because my nature was too introverted to be able to bond. But over the years, they did things I didn't like. Like, people got involved in drugs and stuff, and I was like, nah, I'm done with you. Or they cheat on their partner, and I was like, no, I'm done with you as well, because you're showing a weakness I can't accept.
Yeah.
Older me is like, I could do with an extra friend or two, but then I realised if I did have extra friends, I'd find presents. And I'm like, I can just about get him right.
Yeah.
I can't be arsed.
Fair play.
People put attention on me, and it's a somewhat ironic twist with what I do for a living, because obviously I do this.
Yeah.
But if anyone looks at me and I'm a centre of attention, I naturally want to leave the room.
Yeah.
I hate it, because I don't want to be the centre of attention. I'd rather others be it.
Yeah.
Yet for a living, I want to be centre of attention. I hate it, which is really odd. Like, I don't want to say dichotomy, but it feels like it is.
Yeah.
That's fair play.
By the way, we are near the end of this. We are right at the end, to be honest. So I'm going to send this. Welsh.
I mean,
actually, that's really nice. That's really nice. No, do it. It's really good. Do it. Send it. Heron.
Oh.
Send it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Heron rules, fine.
Send it. No, it's really good. It's got a nice shot. It's got a nice little rum kick there. Yeah, it really works. Shut up, you slut.
Hang on.
It works.
That's spicy for a Penderin.
Right? It tastes like a rum then.
Ooh.
If you do it as a shot, it works as a rum.
That's very spicy for a Penderin.
Yeah. No, that actually really, really nice.
It's quite funny hearing you say spicy, because that's how the drag racing guy that I follow refers to his tune-up for his car.
I've watched
that's a bit spicy.
Since you showed me some of his videos, I have actually watched some of it. Yeah. He's a very funny guy.
He is as funny as you like, isn't he?
Time to wind down. Yes, we are winding down. Dave's going to sign off because I can't be asked.
Wait, what? I don't have a script for this.
You are unpaid intern.
I'm only paid in wishlist donations. So
you begging slut. No, we're going to end here because we need to. I need to put my microphone back in the house and find.
We need to vacate Meg's dad's bedroom.
Yeah, it's for a few days, isn't it?
Face bothered.
I don't think you give a shit.
But
no, really.
Thank you for joining us, those of you who have been here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the engagement. I don't know if I want to say thank you for the support of Meg's dad.
Shut up.
It's been a pleasure.
Don't you start.
He's had a whale of a time. We've been sweating it.
You egomaniac.
These people can't see me, obviously.
Well, yes, that would obviously be a detriment.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Those of you who are purists,
I'm actually more impressed you know what that
supporting
word
him.
meant.
He puts lemonade in his whiskey. Stop supporting him if you're a purist.
Don't. I probably couldn't.
But no, we hope you've all had a good time here this evening. We've actually enjoyed ourselves very much.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
It's been a good chat. It's been good banter.
I'm just going to say before you finish, a small part of me thought you were going to stay in the living room and watch a movie or something. I was like, we can do this. That's why I thought we'd start early, because then he can sit and watch a movie and we'll be fine. But then you joined and I was like, oh, shit.
I get to spend an evening drinking fine whiskey with my son and his best friend.
Well,
you can't ask for more than that as a parent.
That's why, as time's gone by, I felt less like an awkward introvert and more quite
sentimental
comfortable.
insert here, people.
A few drinks loosens you up, doesn't it? And you start to enjoy it more, and you just, it feels, because obviously it's my job, and it's not quite.
It's not exactly work, though, is it?
No, that's
smashed for a living.
It's pretty hard work, to be fair.
This is an aspect of it that I do as more of relaxation, as opposed to what I normally do, which is sat and actually doing research.
She is actually timing everyone out that's been proking your dad the entire stream.
Tandem skydive guy.
Exactly.
It's not really work.
Agreed.
Is it?
Agreed. But this is the part.
You want to say, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you.
Very true. If it wasn't, If it wasn't for the fact that the rest of it did succeed, though, I did well enough to be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do this.
No, of course.
And so I'm quite lucky in that respect that I can get away with doing this.
Yeah.
Get off the stream, go chill. We are going to chill. I just wanted to say,
You're not the boss of us.
Yeah,
Couldn't be much more chilled.
I was expecting this to be more.
Shut it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And you were looking at me when you said
Hang
that.
on, let me
That's
just.
wrong.
I'm just going to slap him.
Ah!
So I've slapped him for you. No. What I mean is, I was expecting this to be a bit more awkward because, again, we're trying to make this more professional.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Really?
We're trying.
We invite him
Very
on.
hard.
We were going to get a camera here and have it on the bar and everything.
Yeah, we are talking about doing like a camera for the pause.
Yeah, we're
and-
building things
yeah.
and working on it and just having
Well,
a bit of fun.
you've got a reasonably decent camera.
Yes, but it hasn't been set up yet.
No.
Also, it can't.
Admin?
It also can't because the USB connector on it is not compatible with USB 3, which is what my laptop is.
Oh, poo.
Yeah, it's really irritating.
Could you not?
I'm going to look into it. I'm going to try and work that out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to look into it. Anyway, yes, carry on
Oh.
signing off. I'm glad how this has turned out.
Yeah, it's been
I'm
good
glad
fun.
everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. We're not so glad that the most popular person on the stream is the person that's first appearance.
Hey,
Actually,
listen, if people recognise quality, you can't help that.
I'm happy with that because it's less attention on me. Shut up, you bitch.
Wait, I want the fame.
Why?
I'm not going to get anywhere I work.
We'll have to punt my YouTube narrowboat channel, which I haven't got.
Hang on. You haven't got a camera for it, have
Yeah,
you?
please do all go
Oh,
like,
you can.
share, and subscribe to Megadag's YouTube channel, which is non-existent.
Yes, it's now just called Moisky Live. Sub. Bye, everyone. Say goodbye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you
It's
for being
been an
here.
absolute pleasure. Good night.